Hi, everybody. Welcome to FNS Wrestling Podcast, episode 262. Back down in the basement with my co-host and teenage son, Jack, to talk about another week of professional wrestling. Teenage son who's about to get even teenage-ier.
Wouldn't it be less teenage?
Oh, maybe less teenage.
The last one. No, second last.
Second last one. Your penultimate teenage year.
So is that? Yeah, less.
Is upon us. Which also means what? We've been doing this for
6 years. No,
5 years. You started when you were 12.
I was gonna say, okay, yeah, no, I did the math wrong.
And you're turning 18 in a little bit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. We will eventually get around to talking AEW Dynamite, NXT, and Raw. Timestamps available if you want to find that, but we usually chat for a bit here. So your birthday's a weird one because we're recording this early.
We'll say on the 24th.
24th, so I will be getting up tomorrow morning and driving. I think it's like 7 hours to Montreal with your brother and your mother for a basketball tournament. It'll be fun once we get there, but driving there's a chore. So anyways, you're kind of on your own for your birthday. Your aunt's coming up, I think, to stay with you for a bit, and some friends are coming up.
Indeed.
To do whatever. Go to a movie you've already seen. So
and
happy
then a
birthday
movie
to
I
you.
haven't seen.
Huh?
And then a movie I haven't seen.
What one?
Fantastic Four.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Superman came out on, I think, the 11th, and I saw that on Tuesday, which was not the 11th, but
And
whatever.
your thoughts on it?
I liked it. It was good.
Because we were talking about it was mixed reviews.
I think generally it was good reviews, but
Good.
some people didn't love it as much.
But you liked
But
it?
I don't know. I thought it was good. The guy playing Superman was really good. Luther was sick. I don't know. It just generally was good because last time they tried to do Superman with Cavill,
Yeah.
they made it too serious, and it was just like not Superman.
Right.
So, and that whole cinematic universe they tried to do failed. So this is DC trying to do a new cinematic universe.
And you were a fan so far.
It was good. Yeah.
That's good.
It was crazy. There were some people I recognized. Like the one TV interviewer was played by, I don't know if you've ever seen Michael Ian Black. I only know him because he was on Impractical Jokers once.
Oh, nice.
And Bradley Cooper was Superman's
I know him.
actual dad. That was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. There were some people who were just like, I was like, oh, I know them. And it was just kind of surprising. But it was good. And then Fantastic Four comes out on the 25th, technically.
Oh, nice.
So perfectly timed.
So are people staying over here?
Yeah.
Nice. One night, 2 nights?
One, I think. Because then
One
Friday
at Hudson's?
Saturday night, they'll stay at other house so that I can just leave early Sunday and do stuff.
Oh, you're going out with your aunt on Sunday?
I believe so.
For your birthday?
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's good because Mom even sent it to me too, but there's some new AEW figures popping up at
Nice.
GameStop, like the Target exclusive ones. I'm just mentioning that now because it's not going to come up later.
But we will actually talk about figures.
It
at
is
the end of
Comic-Con
the
season.
show.
That's the nice thing
I
is
forgot.
San Diego Comic-Con's always right before my birthday, so it's a lot of new figures for me to look at and probably not buy.
Right.
But there's all out, because it's only the pay-per-view figures, there's all out Kill Switch, I think looks pretty cool. I showed you that because it was like black and red. I think it looks pretty nice. There's Orange Cassidy from Double or Nothing, which looks pretty simple. I think it's just a re-release of a Chase figure without the jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a World's End 2-pack of Cope and Christian. So that looked cool, but good timing because I'll probably go to the mall at some point.
Where do you plan on eating for your birthday with your aunt here?
I don't know. Maybe
You're going to make her take you?
Maybe I'll just get Taco Bell.
Lame.
Well, I need tacos, so I'll
you
just
need
do that.
tacos? Is that what you said?
That's what I do.
For birthday tradition, I guess.
I'll just do that.
That is true. Anything else you would like to discuss before we get into this?
If I can't think of something, then the answer is no.
I don't think I have anything either. Plus, I need to get this done and edited. The tiny bit of editing I do.
Oh, last thing was the new DLC for 2K. I've been playing. It was pretty sweet because all
New
in
Jack?
one day I got Penta, Aleister Black, and Jordan Grace.
Nice.
So that was pretty cool. And then I got New Jack. It's really cool. So because his thing was like his music would play during the match, and he'd throw weapons in the ring. So he has a special entrance for Extreme Rules matches where he'll throw a trash can of weapons in the ring and it actually stays there, and his music plays the whole match.
Nice.
So I got a good whiff of his.
He's finally made
WWE dub theme, and then Pento's super fun. Obviously.
Yeah, he would be.
And I was telling you, when I make a custom attire for him, because he's got the feature where you can take off his glove like he does, on custom attires his hand just disappears.
Yeah.
Because it glitches when you make alterations to
His
it.
hand comes off with the glove. It's in the glove.
Yeah, it's like an action figure, the interchangeable hands.
Exactly.
Just, you don't get a new one. And then Black is really fun, because I haven't played him since 2K20, which is the super glitchy one.
Yeah.
So he looks really sick. Because he was rumored to be a replacement for the celebrity they didn't put in. But then that ended up being Americana, which people are like mad at that, but it's like that's a whole new wrestler.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
This moveset must be unique.
They did actually say they'll put in new moves for him. They could do that moonsault senton thing.
They could
add that, and that would be pretty sick. And also in that pack was Bull Nakano, which is kind of cool, even though I won't use her.
Yeah.
And KSI. Okay, that's it.
Okay, nice. Well, we'll get into talking about wrestling. We always do it first thing. It's news and rumors. First huge story in the news this week is there's reports that WWE has contacted Layla Hirsch. I'm stealing your gimmick.
Yeah.
Of not going with the big story first. I liked her, but the twist is, right? Plot twist for apparently interest in her as a referee.
Like, why would you ever look at a wrestler and be like, "Hey, want a referee?"
Where did that come from? Did she ref matches in AEW?
I don't think so.
Is it because
we would have known that? It's because she's short.
Because she's small.
And she'll make them look bigger.
And she can take bumps when they need a female ref to take bumps.
That must be like, I feel like I'd be a little offended.
Honestly, I kind of liked her. I thought she was different, but anyways.
We did like her.
That's the update. I have some news, I guess.
Well, the major news was that Buff Bagwell went under a leg amputation surgery.
He did. That's crazy.
I actually did see that. I thought that was crazy.
It is crazy. I forget what it was from.
I don't know. I'm not going to click on the article. Anyways, the real thing was that Hulk Hogan's dead after a cardiac arrest. You want to say your piece?
My piece is wrestling icon, changed wrestling, and notable liar and admitted racist.
I saw Wrestling for Regret say, well, that like Hogan was great, but Terry Bollea sucks.
That's fair, right?
Right? Like, because Hogan's big, because we wouldn't be where we are without him.
Of course.
With wrestling and everything. But notable liar, backstage politician, union buster.
Yes. Jesse Ventura talks about that.
Yeah.
And admitted racist.
Admitted racist. To a point, or was it to a fault?
I just saw one of the quotes he said about his daughter dating a black guy, and it was not.
I watched Wrestling's Regret review his reality show. It's that's the thing that happened.
But yes, Hulk Hogan dead at 71 years old.
I'm a little surprised it's happened already, but I'm also not, given the many health issues he had, things he indulged in, and the era he came from, right?
Yep.
But more notable for me, I was telling you that it's been 9 years since the Shield Triple Threat match, so that's more important to me. Because I remember it was like, because obviously it's days before my birthday, and I would have been, it was 2016, I would have been turning 9.
Yeah.
I think you let me stay up later because that show was near my birthday, and
I'm just a negligent parent.
In that too. Well, because I remember it was obviously too early for me to be staying up for pay-per-views or PLEs, because I remember Money in the Bank, I never saw the latter stages of it, so I remember tuning to Raw before you watch it, because we used to watch it together back when we'd watch a bit of Raw.
Yeah. I still do.
You guys were answering the door, so I turned on Raw, and Ambrose had the belt, and I was
somehow remember that
because it was awesome.
Yeah, you were excited about that
because I didn't know he'd won Money in the Bank or cashed in that night, so it was like crazy. But yeah, Shield Triple Threat, that's more important to me.
I thought we'd talk about anything notable from Slammiversary, because I did have one. Moose apparently got injured.
I did see that, but he's still there. I don't think it's severe.
So he did lose the X Division title finally to Leon Slater. I guess it was 18 successful defenses.
Good for Slater.
Yeah, that's good. And he injured it early in the match, and then apparently they had to cut some spots because he couldn't do them after that. But I haven't heard anything following that. And then anything else out of Slammiversary notable? I told you I started watching it. The opener was Ali and Cedric Alexander, which I'm sure was really good, but I fell asleep. Not their fault. I was just tired, and I had put it on in the background. So I saw some of that, and then I saw Tessa against whoever. I
know who it was. I want you to know who it was.
Tessa.
It is someone from NXT.
Oh, right, Indy.
Yeah,
Indy Hartwell. And Alicia Fox is there because Tessa Blanchard's definitely not a racist, because she has a black friend at ringside with her.
Yeah, to be fair, since we're talking about Hogan, to be fair, I don't remember Tessa ever actually apologizing too. She just denied it.
Right.
So if we're gonna no offense, no offense, but to be fair to Hogan, if we're gonna give him crap for it, then you kind of gotta give crap for.
And
Tessa
she still gets she's a racist chance.
She's a racist chance.
They were dueling. She's a racist. No, she's not. Chance. So that was interesting.
I would love to know who's saying no, she's not.
Anything else notable? I guess the Knockouts title.
Yeah.
As predicted by us. Me.
Yeah. JC Jane. That's a crazy decision.
JC Jane dual champion.
I've seen now the storyline being like, I saw a promo where Macklin, Hardys, and Slater get in the ring and they're like, United Front, like, they're not taking any more of our belts.
What is going on?
They're not taking any more of our belts. I guess we're going to start like this, making this an invasion. I guess.
Boy.
Right? Which that'll always end well. Always ends well.
Will I check it out if they do that?
No.
Maybe.
I won't.
I know you won't, but I watched TNA forever.
That reminds me that, well, one of the things I was going to talk about was Hardy's winning the tag titles again. Do you see Jeff was climbing like this?
I did not see anything about that. I didn't even know that.
Like they hung down
Top Dollar hurt
rope
himself.
ladder, but like one of those ladders that like hangs and it's like a cable ladder.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for.
Like you throw it out of a helicopter?
Yes. I don't know why they did that because it looked harder.
Yeah.
So
it would be tough.
Why? But anyways, then after Bully Ray came out and challenged them, the Hardys versus Dudleys at Bound for Glory.
Boy.
I was like, that's an insane match to make, especially because I just saw Devon on Van Vliet and like he's talking about because then you have like a stroke and other health issues. So it's like that's a crazy. I can't wait for that barn burner.
Wrestling fans and their nostalgia, stop it.
Yeah,
that's not one. I
that reminds. I saw it was just funny that Wrestling the Guy was also talking about how Hogan's last appearance on television will be him getting booed out of the building on Raw.
Yeah, that's right.
The last TV appearance for him.
Why are you smiling when you say that?
What's gonna happen to Real American Freestyle?
Hey, who knows? It's all up in the air. Who else is involved in that?
Bischoff and some other guy. I don't know. Flair's cancer free.
That's true too. It's good stuff. Good for him. Gabe Kidd injured, I think, too.
I did see G1. That. That sucks.
First match against Takeshita, got injured and has missed Sabre and Shingo Takagi. There's one. Safe. Did we talk about, how we're always like, we say things the wrong way and people are going to think we're dumb? Sabre is for sure.
Oh, we mentioned that already.
That's for sure one.
We've already mentioned that, 100%.
So I hope he's okay. I enjoy him. It's terrible timing, obviously, G1. And they don't have replacements. They just give his opponents the points.
Oh, really? Because Juice got injured and they subbed in Commander.
Yeah, and this was on day one, so it's not like they couldn't have. But anyways, maybe it's because they think he can come back. And whatever they have planned and booked.
Yeah, but then
it's easier to just do that than switch all the booking.
Guess so.
I don't know. But anyway.
I guess so.
I only have one more.
One of the ones I had was WWE filing a trademark for Super Brawl. So they've done this a few times over the last few years, and it apparently keeps getting rejected because of a similarity to some boxing thing where it's Super Brawl with a space.
Of course.
I'm wondering if it'll be an NXT PLE since that seems to be where the revived WCW events reside, where with Great American Bash and Halloween Havoc. Aside from when they had Starrcade as a glorified house show pre-pandemic, remember? End of the 2010s, Starrcade was just like a house show thing.
I think they almost do that to
they 100% did that at a spite.
To spit on the legacy of
100%.
Whatever your biggest show is nothing
our house
to
show.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
100%.
Last thing I had was I don't know why it's funny to me. Did you hear about Lana?
No, why would I ever hear
what
about
she's
Lana?
doing?
No.
So she is going to write a spy novel.
I mean, good for her.
She'll team up with an author and screenwriter. So
screenwriter?
Is she? Because I think it's going to be hoped to be turned into movies. So she and someone else are going to write a spy novel. And the name of it is cool.
Is it?
Bulletproof Angel.
That sounds like
I think that's a Christmas gift for you if it's published in time.
It sounds like
really good?
No, it sounds like a low budget,
a must read,
straight to DVD movie or something like that.
Could be.
Or it's that's like a Michael Scott movie or something like that. Sounds like that.
I think it's a slow news week. It does,
right?
Yeah.
Or it's just like
Threat Level Midnight.
Or it's just like some shitty indie movie where you think you've come up with a cool title and what if it's we'll do something tough and then something sweet and then you mush it together.
I think the idea is it's supposed to be straight to. It's going to be made into movies too, but I didn't read the article far enough because I was giggling over that and put that in.
Considering I have books that I want to read that I haven't read,
right.
I will not read that. But If it gets made into a movie, I will watch it.
Yeah, you will.
We will have to watch that.
Yeah, because Bulletproof Angel. I take my money.
That's
as they say. It's amazing.
Hey, if it is actually good, then we all win.
That's all I have.
Last one I had because it was a slow news week is I'm talking about Pro Wrestling Noah.
Oh boy.
You know it's bad
I
when
don't know.
not only
I'm excited. I don't know what it is.
you don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. I didn't see any Noah stuff.
It's our boy Kenta. He
Okay.
won their top title. I just thought that was cool because I know
good.
he was a Noah guy before he went to NXT, I think,
And
did
flourished.
And some big battle scars.
That's true. The injury was gnarly.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I would hope he would at least get similar treatment to Nakamura.
No way. Too small.
And NXT.
In NXT, maybe. But yeah.
In main roster, he did nothing.
He'd be a joke main roster.
He just went to 205, didn't he? I don't even know if he actually went to main roster.
God,
I know he went to 205. He was a 205 guy.
Good times.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. News is done. We'll move into our in-depth review every week. It's taking a look at AEW Dynamite. Talk to me about Dynamite as you pause your trivia you're doing. Wrestling trivia on your own time, even.
Yeah, that's just what I do now when I'm bored.
Yes.
Even I just do the ones I've already done and I just try to do better.
Does it record your time previously?
Yeah, no, it just gives me time. I just do it because I'm weird.
That is correct.
This is, I think, the second week of their Chicago residence?
I think so.
Because I'm pretty sure it's the same venue.
I didn't notice. Remember, I was like, this place looks interesting. Where are they? Same as last week. Okay.
We had the Tony Storm amazing promo from the balcony.
That's right.
Stuff like
we
that.
did. You're right.
No promos from her this week, which is good.
That's true.
That is what I like to see.
You do like to see that.
Still no Jericho as well. Now I'm thinking about it. Probably shouldn't have mentioned it.
I know. It's been an amazing run.
Also, no Wardlow.
Zero Jericho.
No Jarrett.
But Jericho, or is Wardlow and coming back with Camille from?
I hope not, because I don't want either of them, actually.
You might get it.
We get a tag team eliminator tournament announced. The winning team gets a tag time match for indoor. First match is Jet Speed versus FTR, and that is happening tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the rest of the bracket, you ask? Not there.
And they showed, why are you showing me a bracket with the match I already know exists in it?
Apparently the Guns were supposed to be in it, but Colton is out, which is no bueno. Get a Hangman interview. He talks about the Death Riders bloodying Colt Cabana on Collision, and he will punish Yuta tonight for it with no remorse. MJF interrupts, says he'll beat Hangman for the title in the ring. Hangman says he won't be goaded into granting MJF a title shot ahead of time, so he can either earn one or cash in his contract, but he won't because MJF's a gutless coward. I love Fired Up Hangman. It was short, but this was good. And I like that he's calling out whatever scheme MJF's going for, because I'm not sure what the point of him saying, I'm going to beat you fair and square is, but there's clearly something to that, right?
I think it's just misdirection.
I think so, too.
He's inevitably, for sure, going to use the contract.
I think there's some angle to it, whether it's
for sure there is.
I could see it being like he does do that, but then, like I was saying, loses, someone beats up Hangman, maybe Syndicate, maybe not now. Then he just cashes in to get another title shot, an easy win, right?
I guess so.
That's what I feel like it could be. Or it could just be misdirection, like saying. But either way, it's a scheme, right? Because he's not just going to do that.
He's not ever sincere about anything. So
I'll talk about it later. But last time he had a contract like this, he had he won the poker chip.
Right.
And he did cash in ahead of time. But then it ended up being a heel turn still, which he's still healing it up. We'll see it with Briscoe later. So clearly that's not happening. But I like that Hangman's like, I'm not feeding into whatever you're doing. You can do whatever.
He's being a smart baby face.
But yeah, exactly, right? Smart baby face, which
you don't always get.
No.
And yeah, his intensity is always good, and he's just super believable. So always glad to see Hangman.
Mm-hmm. We roll right into Hangman taking on Yuta in the opener. Again, I'm still so happy that his theme's back. It's so great. I love it. Yuta attacks him from behind, knocking him off the apron when he's doing his entrance pose. Hangman throws Yuta into the barricade a few times. Follow slam in the corner. There's not much else, and then we get a buckshot.
It's pretty quick.
I think I saw someone say it was about 3 minutes.
I think that's fair.
Hangman grabs his chain after the match and wraps around his fist, beats Yuta down a bit, and he's bleeding. He wraps it around his neck. He he motions to throw Yuta over like he did to Moxie at All In, but then he just kind of reminds you that Death Riders, like, they're not coming for him. They'll never help him, so he lets Yuta go and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of like sparing him and
a little bit of
trying
mercy
to
from the
change his
Hangman.
mind
Yeah.
there, yeah.
'Cause I think he has less problem with him than Moxley, obviously.
Yeah,
right?
and it always seems to be a common thread that Yuta's the one they don't care about. And that's the one, like, even we had this with Copeland when he was feuding Moxley, whereas, like, he was trying to show respect to Yuta and be like, Moxley doesn't care about you.
He's like literal whipping boy for their
right,
group.
But he still seems to stay. So maybe we'll get that paid off soon.
Yeah, it's just it was, I guess, more about the aftermath than the match, right? Quick match, and then it's edgy Hangman.
Yeah,
but stopping, like, drawing the line at hanging the man with the chain while on national TV.
Well,
which is good to have limits.
He did do it on pay-per-view.
He did. He definitely did.
The difference is minimal, I suppose.
He doesn't want to give it away for free.
Yeah.
No attempted murder for free.
No free murders.
It's a good policy.
I mean,
if you can get paid to murder.
The plastic bagging also didn't happen on TV. True. Almost did. So I guess, like, Moxley's not adverse to giving it away for free. It's just he wasn't able to because he got stopped last time.
True.
They tried to do it to Hangman and Ospreay. But yeah, this was solid. It was quick, but I guess it was the point. Yuta tends to get beaten easily and it makes Hangman look strong.
Not a hot opener by any means.
No, but it continues the story, and I think it was about kind of starting Yuta's breakaway from the Death Riders, I feel like.
Continues a story that looks like it's going to end that I'm pretty hyped about.
Continues a story that looks like it's going to end and also starts up a new thread as well.
It looks like it.
I think Yuta breaking away from the Death Riders could be their next big angle besides the Darby Allin feud.
Big? Is Yuta breaking away from Death Riders a big angle?
You could make it big.
I guess.
I mean, it was the whole thing when he joined. Remember when he had that match with Moxley that was sick?
Yes.
So you could make it a big deal again. And Yuta could be really useful in the mid-card if you do it right.
He could.
I don't see him going much farther than that.
Me either.
A useful mid-card guy is still good.
People seem to react to him, so I wonder if he
turns babyface,
he could get a reaction that way too.
I think so. I mean, we're kind of seeing it with Dom where he was super hated, but now he's kind of popular.
I think people start to see, like...
And Yuta's been getting a lot of heat recently, right?
Yeah.
And I think breaking away from Overlord Moxley would make him super popular. So I could see it happening. And we've seen numerous times, like I said, how Yuta's treated as the most disposable member of the group, where Moxley and the rest of them won't race in if Yuta's being fed to wolves. Like, this isn't the first time where he kind of gets abandoned, right? Or they'll send him to do something and then hightail it when it goes wrong.
Or maybe it's that Mox is a little gun-shy, too.
It could be that, but I also think if it was Claudio here, he'd be out there. You know what I mean? Or even if it was Pac, which I think is funny given that Pac was teaming with Moxley for less time, considering Blackpool existed before Death Riders. But it's something I feel like we've been kind of leaning to. Like, we've been kind of picking up the thread and then dropping it. Mm-hmm. Like, we had him against the Death Riders at first, right? But then he turned on Danielson. So it's like we've been kind of running around this for a bit. Like I said, there was the Copeland thing where he was kind of saying Yuta should break away from them. So I feel like it's been kind of something that's like, it's been kind of breadcrumbs, which we usually like.
Could it be Darby that talks him into it?
I could see that, and then you could tie in the feud. Then you could do a tag match with Darby and Yuta against Claudio and Mox since Pac is out. So then,
and I don't think I want Yuta with Darby, but align with him.
No, but you can align them as like enemy of my enemy thing, right?
Yeah.
And because Darby's a babyface, so he'd want to get Yuta out of there.
Right.
But I like that we had Hangman beat the snot out of Yuta just to like kind of get his payback, like he said, for Colt. But then also kind of tried to help Yuta after because he's like a decent person.
Yeah. It's conflicted. That would be the WWE term they would love to use.
The inner turmoil.
Yeah.
Then we get a brief Athena promo. It was just like, it was Starks was saying all of her catchphrases and whatever, like forever champion, yada, yada, yada. Then Athena says, tonight's about Billy softening up Storm and not just winning.
I don't see the chemistry here.
I don't. I think Athena's a really strong character. She has great confidence and great delivery, but I really also think Billy doesn't, and it takes me out of it. I like the idea of Athena having this oblivious and innocent lackey. Like, I love the whole minion thing. I think it's really entertaining, and I think it's kind of cool.
Starks isn't delivering it.
Starks doesn't deliver it, and I think we'll talk about it later. Also in the ring, I don't think she delivers.
I have no problem with the concept either, but there's just something lacking for me.
Yeah. I would have liked it.
And we love Athena, so it's not.
I don't know who else would fit that bill, but like.
I don't either.
Honestly, I think it would have been a decent role for Julia Hart if she hadn't done the House of Black thing. Because she's like less bad than Billy Starks, but So it's like it's difficult because I was also gonna say Sky Blue, but Sky Blue also sucks. So it's like anyone that I'm thinking for this kind of
Tekla?
role, it's like I don't think Tekla would fit in like the because Tekla has completely different energy from
Yeah.
the whole biz sex thing. It's just like the innocent like younger girl. Like it just like if you could get Thea Hale
Yeah.
would be perfect for this role, but she's a grown ass woman, so I
She's
guess
a grown ass woman. She doesn't need to align herself with anyone anymore.
But yeah, like this was fine, but Starks just really takes me out of it. I think.
Yeah,
I just don't think she's that good.
I'm down that path with you. Maybe not quite as far as you, but something's missing for sure.
Yeah. Then we have FTR taking on Jet Speed in the sole match of the tournament so far. But despite this, they're all the way in the quarterfinals.
And I think this was maybe the main event was my match of the night. I was gonna say. I really like this.
This is probably my favorite match.
Yeah, it was really good.
And it's nice to get some tag wrestling.
And that bracket looks stacked for this tournament. It's these two and nobody else.
I refuse to say the bracket looks good because last time they had a tag tournament and I thought it looked good.
I know
they
it
let
sucked.
me down.
It did. We were very let down by that.
I will never forgive them for that.
The bracket itself looks good. It's symmetrical and
it's symmetrical, even on both sides.
There's just no
names.
The
lines are really straight.
Lots of room for names on there. If they
it's really
ever decide
spacious.
to put them on.
They got a Forbidden Door logo on there.
It's crazy,
right?
Yeah.
The font for the names they did put in was nice.
I just like that they actually showed it to us. An empty bracket. Cool.
Go brick heck and talk about the fonts on there.
I guess, right. Was the point that we know how many teams are in it? I guess, from the bracket? I don't know.
It's like, imagine, remember when we had the Cruiserweight Classic and they would do the bracketology thing?
Yeah.
And imagine it's just like...
Some dude's job was to whip that bracket up.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, that reminds me, it's like I wonder if it's on Peacock. Do they have like the Cruiserweight Classic and the UK tournament stuff?
I don't know. Probably.
On Netflix, we don't have that kind of stuff yet.
It's buried.
Because I remember someone posting about watching Nitro and stuff. I was like, where are you watching that? Because that'd be nice if we want to review the 2000 stuff to watch the Nitro.
Get the context.
Yeah.
If you think you can take it.
Yeah. But it's on Peacock.
Little sidebar. I was watching... I want to give them credit. Was it WrestleMania? Somebody. Anyways, they just put out a video about the 2000 WCW era, like the New Blood. And they had a lengthy Hulk Hogan quote about him just really hating Billy Kidman, and thinking he hasn't sold anything and I'm amazing and you have to it was him just crapping on the new breed and how none of them could
New Blood.
I don't even think he was in character. It was just him in general, his
Which
thoughts
is funny
on
because he had that feud with Kidman, right?
These guys haven't sold anything and I hear all about this Kidman. Oh yeah, it was interesting.
Well, because it's coming for his spot, right?
Exactly.
So you can't be doing
you gotta pay your dues, brother.
Yeah. Speaking of channels, I've been watching
something that he couldn't sell out a flea market or something like that. Yeah.
I've been watching, you should check out WrestleSpective. I really like his stuff because he's got a series, which is the kind of stuff I like, is Defunct Championship Wrestling, which is just him talking about a bunch of defunct promotions. There's a lot of attempted territories. A lot of them are 90s era indies, which I think is really interesting to look at. Mm-hmm. Wrestling with Regret has a similar thing where he'd look at certain ones, like XWF is a famous one.
Oh, it was Wrestling Bios, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I watched
to give the right person credit.
But I really enjoy the defunct promotions, especially the bad ones. You ever hear about Herb Abrams' UWF?
No, I don't think so.
Ooh, you should watch videos on that because he's a nut job. You know how people that time would indulge in certain things?
Yeah. 80s and 90s.
He's definitely a person of that kind.
Yeah, that happens.
And it's more interesting because there was a UWF, which is Bill Watts, and that was a more successful one. But anyways, I just enjoy the defunct promotions, especially the bad ones, but even the good ones.
The content you should start putting out, researching and doing stuff.
I watched the one. I watched the one I really liked, which was Cornette's Smoky Mountain.
Yep.
And I just watched one on Lawler's Memphis. I think it's USWA. It's called.
Yep.
Anyways, I like those.
Back to 2025.
Back to 2025.
Begrudgingly.
Well, you wouldn't know it because the Hardys are tag champions in TNA, and
True.
Dustin Rhodes has 3 belts.
That's right.
So I digress. We have FTR and Jet Speed. That's where we're at, and empty
contrast of styles.
Empty bracket of doom. Yeah, it is a nice contrast of styles. FTR got backdropped on the entrance stage early on. Just to be counted the Powerplex, they came back with stereo missile drop kicks. Or, oh no, it wasn't a missile shotgun.
No.
I was hoping to say that because I think that's funny.
Because it's accurate, damn it. It matters, okay?
It does.
Accuracy matters.
Yeah.
Poise counts. Now you can get that reference.
Knight hits a pendulum DDT to Harwood for 2. Speedball hit Cash with a springboard moonsault to the floor at the same time as Knight hitting a springboard splash to Harwood in the ring for 2.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, I just saw someone post about a clip. It was Speedball and some Japanese guy from the OWE show on August 7th, 2019.
We were there.
I think it was the one we went to.
Yeah.
Speedball looks so different now. He's in much better shape. He didn't have the mullet back then.
Yeah.
That would have been my first indie show. Then we went to the Smash Progress one after, which was
our
first.
Our best indie show ever.
I think so. We peaked early.
Yeah, because we were like, oh, there's another show here.
Can we get tickets?
Yep. I remember texting your mom and going, we're just going to stay for another show. And she's like, okay, have fun.
That was our first Aussie Open sighting, too. That was our intro to Aussie Open. And I want to say it was our introduction to Psycho Mike. I think that was the first time we saw Psycho Mike.
And it was the He's 14, which we
was the He's 14.
Which
Walter was on that show, too, because I remember seeing the UK Bell. Walter was there, which is pretty
We went
crazy.
down to the washroom in the basement, and he was down there.
Yeah, he was just like chilling there with his UK belt.
And that was big Walter.
That was back in the day. That was 2019 Walter.
Chunky boy.
That was the peak of Chunky Walter. And
Killer Kelly?
Killer Kelly was there, and you didn't recognize her.
At the bar after. Yeah.
And I was like, it's Killer Kelly.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the first time we saw Aussie Open. I remember we actually talked to Aussie Open. I remember
Christopher Daniels was there, so miserable. Remember, he was charging people for autographs. Okay,
that reminds me. I got a picture with McDonough.
Oh, nice.
I forgot about that.
Oh yeah,
I love him. I think
that one. I think you went up on your own.
I did.
I was like, I'm sitting here.
I want to say it's like I think it's at the back of my camera roll. I just want to make sure it is. Yeah, there it is.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, look how young you are.
I know.
That's crazy.
That's like pre-podcast too, and then that's back when he was Devlin too.
That was my favorite indie show, I think.
I think
both shows were fun.
Both shows were good. I think I like the Smash Progress one better, especially looking back because if you think about how we saw like Walter, Aussie Open, Devlin, for us Psycho Mike, all on that show.
OWE was interesting because it was trying to do like a kung fu / wrestling.
Yeah, that was Strong Hearts because they were on AEW Big. Remember, I think Chima and Daniels were in the main event. Yeah. I want to say they were facing the other SCU guys, but I could be wrong. No, they're facing the other Strong Hearts. Daniels. That's what it was. Yeah. But anyway, no, that was a good night. And I just saw that. I was like, oh my God, I forgot. That was so long ago. Now.
Back to 2025.
Again. Right. This one's at least it was Speedball. It's related.
Yeah.
Dax does the classic figure 4 around the ring post spot on Night until Speedball like just starts kicking him until he breaks it, which I thought was kind of cool.
I love Speedball.
Yeah. He continues kicking Dax until Cash comes in with the Dragon Screw. Dax locks Knight in a sharpshooter in the ring. Cash has Speedball in a sharpshooter on the floor. Knight eventually crawls to force a rope break. FTR go for the Powerplex again. Knight gets his knees up on the splash. Speedball with a shooting star to Dax. Knight with the cover for 2. Speedball rolls through a sunset flip from Dax. PK standing moonsault knee drop for 2. Speedball lifts Dax in an electric chair for Knight to just hit a standing drop kick because that's what regular people do.
Exactly.
That gets a 2 count. Cash broke the pin there. Harwood rolls up Knight for a close near fall. Then the finish comes when he rolls up Knight with a victory roll. Stokely helps him with his crutch and they get the cheap win there. So
that's
FTR,
cheating though.
It is. FTR advanced to face John Cena and Little Jimmy.
Somebody. That's right. Can't see them.
Yeah. So you can't see them so much so that you can't see the text on the screen.
Really good match though.
Yeah, then they get interviewed by Shivani.
Oh right.
Stokely says Copeland belongs in prison. Everyone knows he's not. Stokely's not a pro wrestler, so he should not have been attacked. Copeland's a horrible human being and a cancer to AEW. Copeland seems like hits. He comes out. Stokely shouts at him, saying that they had a discussion last week.
Singing.
Can't be. Yeah, that too. He can't be near them. Copeland says he forgot, but he made a business deal with some people who are willing to come out, do what he can't. Their business is hurting people. It's the big black bald boys. It's the Syndicate, Lashes, and Shelty. They come down. They brawl with FTR. Refs and security try to separate them. Copeland comes in the ring, tries to spear Stokely again. Security guy gets the bullet instead, and then the heels retreat.
Man, I've been calling for somebody to do an APA gimmick forever. I don't feel like the Hurt Syndicate need it, but the idea of just like you can hire us to hurt people, it does, and they're super believable.
I don't mind as a side thing too, because they get to fight a quality tag team, which they want, right? And if Copeland's paying them, which if he's had a Hall of Fame career, you gotta think he's got a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So it makes sense he'd want to pay them to hurt FTR if he literally can't and he hates them that much, or because they try to end his career. So it'd be worth it to him. Their whole thing was like they don't fight for unless it's for money, right?
True.
So even though this is just a brawl, if they're getting paid to do it, why
just
wouldn't
don't
they do
need
it?
more
No,
stuff going.
They
for
don't,
it.
but I don't mind this as a one-off here.
Yeah,
because
whereas
I think
somebody like maybe Gates of Agony or something.
I think it kind of fit. Yeah, but that doesn't. I don't think that fits.
Because then they could lose too to FTR, and then it would lead to the Canadian boys, the brothers.
Well, I mean, they can't feud with the Bang Bang Gang right now.
But I really enjoyed this match, and I know we joked a lot about the bracket being empty. I am optimistic again that we're getting some tag team matches, hopefully with good teams that mean something.
Yeah, I hope we see Private Party again, because we haven't seen them since they lost to the Syndicate.
They're not in NXT yet.
No,
they're not gone.
That might be it. Maybe that's why they won't be on. I hope I would throw in the Bucks. Why not?
You could now,
just because they're great. So why not?
I thought Bailey and Dax looked really good working together in this. Some good near falls, really good action.
Ooh, throw in LFI.
And FDR having to cheat to win makes sense, right?
And it kind of protects Jet Speed, which I think is okay.
Jet Speed still needs some sort of personality or something else.
Yeah,
to really elevate, in my opinion. They're really fun to watch, don't get me wrong, but they need something else. But anyways.
I'm looking at the roster for tag teams. I mean, I would put Gates of Agony in this. I feel like they seem to be on the up right now. I feel like I would definitely do that. You could even put Death Rider guys in there, but I guess not. No, you could. You could do a storyline with them if they lose.
Leo Rush and
Crew.
I guess.
Yeah.
I would like LFI for sure.
I'd put in Alexander Takeshita since they're not doing anything.
You could.
I was going to say Proto Shida, but I feel like we want to prime Fletcher.
Proto Shida.
Yeah. They actually have a shirt. I like it.
Sure you do.
But I feel like we're putting Fletcher for the TNT title, so we don't want to do Proto Shida here because...
True.
I would even say do the matriarchy. Put Sabian and Wayne in here. Why not?
Wayne's a singles guy right now.
I don't know what they're doing, though. They could do tag run. I don't know if that's what they're doing or not.
Speaking of...
You could also do Taven and Bennett. You could bring back the Kingdom.
That's just mean.
You could do that. I think we should do that.
No.
Let's do that. Or, since we like to do it for no reason, let's put Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara in there because we seem to like to do that for no reason.
Give them more gold.
Actually, I'd like to see Top Flight. You see how they're in a group with Scorp now?
Really?
And they're managed by Christopher Daniels.
Makes sense.
I actually do think it's funny because I think they're called Skyflight. So I think that's pretty funny. Anyways, I thought this was a strong TV tag. It was nice to see some quality tag team wrestling that actually involves two proper teams. Because we've had a lot of great multi-man tags. We had the match at All In. That was Super awesome. Team. But yeah, this was two thorough teams that we've seen a bunch, right? I like this, and it helps us get a new challenger. The tournament is easy stakes, and it gets me interested, so I like that. We love a good tournament. And I do mean we love a good tournament, not the one from last year.
I like tournaments where there's people in them.
That is another key thing.
More than two.
4 people, technically.
I guess. 2 teams. 2 units, 4 people. 2
units, yeah. It sucks that the Guns aren't going to be able to be in this because I really would like to see them in. And I really don't like that group can't catch a break. Seems like.
We still haven't seen a bracket either, right?
No, because we would have seen it on this show. Maybe we'll see it on Collision.
Hopefully.
I don't know. This is good, though. It was a fun clash of styles like you were talking about. Cheap win makes sense for FTR and it protects Jet Speed. Post-match was solid. I assume Copeland just paid Syndicate. Otherwise, I don't know how it's beneficial to them. Then we get the matriarch again. Nick Wayne talks about how they verbally explained themselves last week. Now they're going to back it up physically, and they're going to show what they can do now that they're uncaged.
Uncaged, we enjoyed that little.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the angle for them is to be a team or for Nick to run solos, but this was solid. I wrote this. I didn't even remember that I wrote it, but I guess they could be in the tag tournament. I feel like that would have been expressly said then. Because like he said, they're going to wrestle on Collision. I feel like if they're in the tournament, they would have said so, unless they're going to maybe be in the tournament on Dynamite, and they're going to have a tune-up match or something, or Nick Wayne will have a tune-up match. I initially thought it was dumb, but since Nick said the last time with such confidence, I think they have to be called Uncaged, and I think it's really funny now. At first I didn't like it because I was like, oh, that's so corny. But then I was like, if that's the group name, that's really funny.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
It's almost as funny as Talatonga. It's not quite as funny because I really think Talatonga's hilarious.
I think they still need one more person. I think they need some muscle, and it's too bad that Luchasaurus isn't there. He'd be kind of perfect in that capacity.
I really hope he can come back soon. I agree. I would love to see Luchasaurus.
They need some big mauler who doesn't have to be really good and win a lot of matches.
Luchasaurus is awesome, though, and he can lose.
And he'd be perfect.
He
has history.
I really hope he comes back soon. He's
and he
still
could
listed
come back.
as being in the Patriarchy.
He could come back angry at Cage, obviously, right?
And join them. Yeah, I would love that. I miss Luchasaurus. I hope he's doing okay with his whatever his lung issue was.
Me too.
I don't think it was pneumonia, but it was
something
else. Something with his lungs. But I hope he's okay because I do miss him. And I feel like they were really building up steam with his angle because I feel like the Nick Wayne turn was meant to be him first.
I agree. I feel like they just swapped him in.
I don't think it's a complete swap because I definitely think Nick Wayne would have done this eventually anyways.
Yes.
But I do think that they did it in place of...
I think it got moved up because it was supposed to be Lucha first.
Yeah. Which sucks because I remember they were getting Luchasaurus chance last year. And I even remember at All In last year when he came in because they lost the trios titles at the beginning of the show. And then where he was Kill Switch. But then he came out in the gauntlet. The Casino Gauntlet as Luchasaurus. I remember that being a big deal, and that was really cool. Because it looked like he was going to turn on Christian, and then he helped him win, obviously. But that was kind of like that's kind of similar to the Yuta angle, I guess, right? Because he's kind of the mistreated one.
Yeah, he is.
But I don't know, something about Luchasaurus being the mask, and he always had that dejected look on his face. Like there was such sympathy. I remember like there'd be times where, and because Christian's also much better than Moxley at being a D-bag.
People wanted it to happen really badly.
Like it was so good because it was a combination of Christian being such a great D-bag and Luchasaurus just like, I remember literally typing like, I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
Because like just something about him he's so charming. I don't know. I really hope he's back soon though because I agree. I think he's what this group needs. Whether they're heel or not, I don't really care. I think Luchasaurus is a good fit for them anyways.
Me too.
And if Nick Wayne has to be the solo guy, I am kind of interested in, like, I'm okay with Sabian and Luchasaurus as a team.
I agree. I think that's what they just need, somebody big to team with Sabian. And
I think Sabian's a good hand, and then Luchasaurus is super entertaining.
Could be Wardlow. That's twice we've talked about it.
Don't say him again, otherwise we're screwed. But yeah, then we get a Moxley promo. He says he lost at All In and will make excuses and bitch about it. He says Hangman's not one to duck from a rematch because that's not what world champions do. They know who Hangman was who walked in, but tonight they'll find out who the Hangman was who walked out of All In.
I thought he seemed a little bit different here, and I kind of liked it. Like,
how so?
I couldn't even put my finger, but like the match and the loss changed him a little bit. It does
rattled him, yeah.
So I kind of like that, and I didn't
like it as much as his pre-All-In promos, but I still think it was good and better than his stuff that we didn't like.
And obviously, we're gonna get to what should be the finale between these two. So as long as we get there, I'm fine with it. And then they need to move on to, and like we said, Darby. It looks like Mox is moving on to Darby, right? So,
and I like that because he's clearly rattled by losing the title and watching Hangman. Or
it could be a good downward spiral for Moxley.
I agree. He could like go nuts or something.
Yeah.
But also, like, I like how spooked he is with Darby.
And the
like
only
anytime Darby shows up,
the only person that can talk sense into him is Eddie Kingston returning.
I'd like that. Eddie Kingston's the sane one.
Like segments with Eddie sort of talking him through things and stuff. I don't know.
I like them as a team. I remember the one match with the Bucks that we really liked back in 2021, the prime era of the Young Bucks.
Yep.
But I like that, like, anytime Darby Allin shows up, they're spooked. Like, we'll see it with Claudia later. Like, they get freaked out by Darby. And I like it because Darby's the one that, like, basically tried to murder.
Very stingy.
And then he came... Yeah, right? And I like it. Then he came back at the most opportune time to scare them over. Yeah.
Big Sting fan?
Yeah.
Still to this day. One more run, Stinger.
I saw Sting, like, obviously give his tribute to Hogan and call him, like, a close friend or whatever. I just think it's funny given the politicking Hogan did at Starrcade 97.
Shivani, I'd read you his response was funny, eh? Close friends? No. Co-worker? Yes.
I'd like to see what Bret Hart said.
Oh, boy.
I saw Bret saying that he would have cut off Goldberg's retirement sooner. I thought that's why I was just like, of course he would.
Of course he would.
I was just like,
he's miserable.
Well, speaking of miserable, Goldberg's like still complaining about his retirement, saying like he'd be open to going to like AEW or something if they
no thanks.
I was like,
stop.
No,
stop.
Like, when will it ever? It's like, I understand Undertaker kept going for a bit because he had that match with Goldberg and then he won the ideal retirement match. Like, I understand that because that was a dumpster fire. Honestly, if I was Goldberg, I would have retired after. Remember the Ziggler match?
Yes,
I would have retired after that. Because that made him look like $1 million.
Big nostalgia problem in this industry,
especially in that company, though.
Yes,
more than anywhere else.
Yes,
but like he just won't stop complaining. But like he's pissed off, like, and feel like it wasn't good enough. It's like if you're like,
it keeps him in the spotlight and talked about for another 15 minutes or whatever it is. So
but like,
do it.
If it's with Gunther, I don't know what else you want, dude.
No.
Like, anyways. But yeah, I guess we're headed to a rematch with Moxley. As long as it's over with soon so Heyman can move on, it's fine by me, but it can't be another drawn out thing, which I don't think it will be.
No, it looks like it's ending.
And
next
I
week.
am interested to see where Moxley goes.
Yep.
Because we've got a couple of directions. We've got Yuta, we've got Darby, and I think we're even kind of setting up Osprey. Which we'll talk
maybe
about
that
now.
Yuta turn seals the win for Darby would be a way to go.
Yeah, I could see that. Then we get Osprey. He comes out. He's talking about how he has some discs in his neck. He's been doing neck issues for a bit. And he's been going through trouble with it, but he's been kept quiet on it because he wanted to get them over the finish line with the Death Riders. He should be back and ready for Forbidden Door, but he's taking some time off. He shows respect to both Swerve and Hangman and says he'll be coming for Death Riders when he gets back.
Worked a pretty crazy match for being pretty hurt, eh? Like that tag team match was fantastic. But yeah, hopefully he heals quickly and is back. I saw something saying he hopes to be back for Forbidden Door. So I don't know when that is exactly.
It is sometime in August.
But I've had some disc issues. They're no joke. So you got to do whatever you need to do to make sure you're healthy. Hopefully that happens quickly for him.
Then wait, sorry. I thought it was Nate sending me a video, but it was Nathan, my friend. So I was so confused for a second.
Next,
sorry.
we get the all-female House of Black.
Yeah, sorry. I had to talk about this. I got distracted for a second. But yeah, it was pretty straightforward stuff. I like that you mentioned, like, the whole thing of him not really talking about his injury till now is like it just kind of keeps selling me on the babyface company guy thing that he seems like he just embodies that so well. And so I really like that whole aspect of it. It sucks he'll be out, but if anyone deserves a break, it's him. He's been killing it nonstop since he came here. So he deserves some form of break, even if it's due to injury. Like, he just deserves to take some time off.
And it's nice because he can be a top babyface too, but he still feels different from Hangman.
I agree, 100%. They are both top babyfaces in their own way. So I think it works for both of them. And again, I love everything Ospreay's done. So I don't think it'll be that long if he's back for Forbidden Door. So again, I think he won't be missed because it won't be that long, and he 100% just deserves some time off because, like I said, he's been like he was Wrestler of the Year last year, unquestioned, and he didn't win the world title. Like, he's just the best. So.
And like we've said, if any roster can withstand Ospreay being gone for a while, it's this one.
Yeah, we're in a really good spot right now. We have Swerve and Okada going at it. We have
he can
Mox
take
and
his time and get healthy, and people will be thrilled whenever he comes back, right?
Especially when he's coming back to Forbidden Door in his neck of the woods.
Hopefully.
I would imagine we could maybe get him versus Moxley for Forbidden Door.
Could.
But it might be after. It depends on, like, because I don't know when they want to do Darby match, because maybe we have Darby and Mox stretch this thing out a bit while the Yuta thing maybe plays out, and then we have Ospreay come back to do Forbidden Door against Moxley.
It's too bad, like, New Japan's in such a spot where there's nobody
That's why we have CMLL.
There's nobody get, like, I'm super hyped to have come over.
Dorada and Hechicero. Yeah, Forbidden Door kind of loses its steam then, right?
Because like, New Japan, like, who's coming?
Well, because when we did Forbidden Door, you know who I was excited about from New Japan? Ospreay, Okada, Switchblade.
Right.
They're here.
I know.
And even like CMLL, we've been seeing Hechicero and Dorada pretty regularly to the point where it's like, it'll be cool to see them on the show, but it won't feel like that crossover because we see them all the time.
See them all the time.
Honestly, the only ones I really want to see would be like Suji and Gabe Kidd.
We already get Gabe Kidd.
We've gotten Gabe Kidd a decent bit. So Suji.
Yeah.
Not even him. Oh, I guess and Sabre.
Yeah, I like Sabre. He's been there a bit.
But he's come to AEW a few times, but not a lot recently, so it's like it would still feel cool to see him. And I guess Shingo, because Shingo's still there.
I like Shingo.
Also, it would have been cool to see Ibushi, but he's also here now, so it's like, what's the point?
And looking good, thankfully.
Yeah. Hopefully we see him again, because like as long as he keeps it up from the last match.
I know. I was very happy with that.
I agree. Then we get the Tekla and the House of Black Girls. A lot of basic stuff. Anyone who's not with them is against them, which, hot take for a group, right? This is fine. It just doesn't help Tekla for me. I couldn't care less about the other two. Like, I think they both
like
kind of
package
suck.
And whatnot, but same thing. Like, I guess they're young and edgy, and that's a niche that they're gonna fill.
They're spooky, I guess, right? And creepy. They said Triangle of Madness at one point, so I wonder if we're treading on gimmick infringement for Death Triangle.
It's just, I don't know, the energy of Tekla, the way she was coming out and high-fiving fans, like she's going to have to hard reset really quickly. Yeah. When she comes out, she's like all hyped and super energy.
Yeah, they're both kind of weird, but like Tekla doesn't have the same energy as them. And also, we need to stop pretending that the heart always wins is even remotely a thing.
They actually said it.
She did say it.
Yeah.
We need to stop pretending like that's a thing.
It's going to say it so much it becomes its own thing.
Have started saying it ironically, but there will reach a time, I fear,
it will circle into unironic.
I'm going to start saying it unironically.
Yep.
Like,
and I will be there to laugh at
people
you.
will like say whatever, and then I'll just say that in place of the house always wins. Like, someone will mention something like heart related. I'll just be like, the heart always wins, and the people will be like,
TM.
No. But then I'm just gonna look like an idiot. Then we get a Willow interview. She talks about being wrapped up in the Death Rider stuff and also stuff with Statlander. And now there's a sense of renewal with a new world champion and new girls on the roster. Then she brings up Tekla, how she had her beat last week in the 4-way, but there's interference. So then she'll meet Tekla in the ring. So I guess we're getting a match.
It feels like Willow has to lose this to Tekla. Poor Willow, man. They do the thing where they heat her up a little bit, right? And then back to losing. But anyways, I assume she has to lose by shenanigans to the group, I would guess, because we have to get them over as a heel group, I assume. So they'll be cheating.
I should imagine so.
Yeah, great. Good for Willow.
I'd be interested to see Willow Tekla, though. That sounds good.
I'm still, like, jury's out on Tekla for me still.
I think she's solid. I don't think she's bad.
I don't think she's bad either, but I'm also like, this was not... I guess it's just too close on the heels of Mariah May, and that's sort of the what I was hoping, because it's kind of similar. Like, I've never heard of this person, like highly touted, coming in, has a cool look.
It's weird that like they don't seem
Mariah May is special.
Put a ton of effort in the stories. Like
Monica.
God.
We'll get there. Ridiculous. Monica Monroe.
But like, she looks a little better now that she's heel at least.
Yeah, I'm. Jury's out. I'm not saying she's not good. I'm just so far I'm not seeing the hype. She's overhyped a bit for me at this point, but we'll get there.
We're back on Tekla.
Yeah, sorry.
I was just saying Mariah May looks a little better now that she's ditched the fake babyface thing.
Oh yeah, she had to. That was just because they knew she was going to get cheered when she got there, right? So they put up with her being a babyface for as long as they could, but like, she's not.
Yeah, no, it just didn't like. It didn't make sense. I still don't know.
Well, you could see they completely designed everything to be heel, but we're just like, crap, they're going to cheer for her.
Yeah, right. It's because like the whole vignette and everything, the whole glamour stuff, it's like not babyface, but
no,
you know, whatever. The issue with Tekla and Willow, though, stemming from the money match makes sense. It's like a decent place to start.
It's true.
And we could stretch out a feud from here if we actually bother to tell stories in the women's division.
Right. You can use those money matches that I think are somewhat polarizing. I kind of like them, but I think a lot of people think it's...
I think it's fine. Like,
so do I.
I don't understand what's wrong with it.
I don't know.
Give some people a reason to fight, and multi-man matches like that, like where it's like 4 ways.
And you can have stories come out of these things.
Yeah, like...
Because when you have stakes and people actually really have a reason to want to win the match, you can tell stories.
It's like, you cost me money.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
Then we get Hurt Syndicate interview. MJF comes in shouting, asking what the deal is with them in Copeland.
I want to know what the deal is with
complaining how it took him months to get in the group. Lashley, he hands his belt to MVP, then shoves MJF against the locker, saying he's tired of MJF every week talking about himself and getting the title back, but because they're not his lackeys and he wants MJF out of the group, he gives him a thumbs down and the other two kind of give him looks and leave.
What is going on?
What do you mean?
They're already done with him? Like, is he behaving in a way that is surprising for MJF?
I don't think it's surprising. I understand why they're upset, but it's like, then you shouldn't let him in.
Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
You're getting mad at a snake for slithering or whatever.
I don't know if it feels too soon or not, because I don't know how...
It feels super soon to me.
I don't know how long I saw this going, though.
It feels like it's been like a month.
2 months, I think.
Maybe
3.
I don't know. It seems weird. Are Hurt Syndicate turning babyface? Working with Copeland and now like getting mad at MJF for being a heel? I don't know. I thought this was weird. It felt sudden.
I don't know.
Lashley was hard to convince.
It makes sense that he's probably annoyed because maybe he was like, okay, he could help us, but he hasn't really helped them. Because there was like the time where he ran away when Briscoe was chasing him, right? And like all he does is talk about the title, and he did kind of use them as lackeys. Cause remember the one time he got in Osprey's face, and he like had them as backup, and he didn't have that with Hangman here, so he kind of had to retreat.
I guess.
Right? So I think it makes sense because like he has really only joined them to kind of get an easier path to the title. They just shouldn't have been surprised, but I can understand why Lashley probably has a short fuse with it. I don't know. Like, I don't think it doesn't make sense. I'm fine with it because I don't think this needed to be super long anyways. It does feel kind of soon,
It felt sudden and soon to me.
I don't know. I thought we'd get a bit more mileage out of him being there, but I also don't know if it would have been like a lot more mileage. Like, I don't know if it would have lasted to the end of the year. You know what I mean? But I'm kind of okay with this, I guess, as it stands. Then we get Storm versus Billy Starks in an eliminator match. Underwater leg sweep and super kick from Starks to Storm on the apron.
Starks is in that category of she knows how to do moves, but then there's all
she's working like half a pace.
And just the stuff in between, like I always say, the connective tissue I find isn't really there either.
Yeah. Mongolian chops from Storm, then Thez press mounted punches, slow kicks from Starks, then Storm comes back with a sky high for 2. Storm rolls Starks through a backside to get a fisherman suplex for 2. Storm got her knees up on Swanton from Starks and locked her in a crossface chicken wing to get the tap out win.
And Athena's up in a box watching, and Starks is like kind of looking every now and then for approval or whatever.
Starks grabs the title and decks Storm with it. Then she takes out the ref and waves at Athena to come down. Athena comes down with her contract, hits Storm in the hands with it before ramming Storm headfirst in the steel steps multiple times. Then back in the ring, she cracks it off her.
That one was a solid shot, yes.
Ref gets back up. Athena's about to cash in. Alex Windsor comes down for the save and runs off Starks and Athena because she's challenging Athena for the ROH title on Collision for some reason. I feel like there's a chance that Athena loses because they tend to like to have the ROH titles change hands on not ROH.
I've kind of liked what I've seen from Windsor so far. I liked her in the gauntlet, and I thought she showed good fire here.
Yeah, she just seems kind of generic. Like, I need a little more from her 100%.
I'm more interested in her than I am Billy Starks at this point, though.
It's a low bar, but yeah.
But Starks is super young, right? So she can... I feel like she should be in NXT. That's where she's a fit to me right now.
I feel like she should be in Evolve.
She needs more developmental. And again, she can hit moves, but the rest and some of the moves are pretty slow.
Oh, I watched Jackson Drake and Dorado from Evolve. It was okay.
Yeah. That's weird. Weird pull for you.
I just like Jackson Drake.
Yeah. Got a cool name, eh?
Nah.
I hope the Storm Athena angle improves from here because I want it to feel important and whatever, but I don't think the Billy Starks is helping.
It definitely does not.
The second clipboard shot looked really good. The first one, not so much. But yeah, I mean, I didn't love the match.
Yeah, this is fine, but honestly, I don't think Starks is that good. I remember like the first time or two we saw her, we were like, okay, she's all right.
Yeah.
But I think my opinion's souring on her. A lot of what she did looked slow, as if she was underwater or something, and didn't look like someone who should be on national TV. I feel like as a lackey for Athena, she's sorely lacking pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
Then we get Swerve Strickland versus Hechicero. So we get Callis cutting a promo for Hechicero before he comes out, saying Hechicero's the greatest luchador in history of wrestling. Gives a big, long-winded intro. I think he said, "Yo soy Hechicero," which they said as "I am Hechicero," which was funny. Callis is on commentary speaking Spanish, which is really funny. So it's like super basic and like it was just really funny. And then he said bilingual Jones, which made me laugh pretty hard. So Callis was pretty entertaining here, I thought. Hechicero hits a spinning hammerlock backbreaker. That looks sick.
The Alchemist, can you please refer to him as that?
The ring, yeah. It's like the Maestro.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
Bob Cobb.
Yeah. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker from Swerve, then he transitions into a vertical suplex. 450 splash from Swerve for 2. Roll through flatliner from Swerve. Swerve goes up for the Swerve stomp, but he gets shoved off by Archer, and so Archer and Alexander attack him to cause a DQ. Brody King and Bandito come down for the save, fight off the Callis boys. Okada comes in and hits Swerve from behind with a chair. Goes for a tombstone. Swerve gets out, hits a headbutt, places the chair on Okada's neck. Looks for a house call, but Okada bails out.
Chair necky. Fine match. It wasn't peak Swerve or anything. Hechicero's interesting, right? He has some cool stuff. I'm not sure if he fits in the Callis family.
I don't need him there, I don't think.
I don't think so either.
This didn't feel like a banner showing for him. Not that they look bad. He just didn't do as much, I feel like. And it was a pretty short match, I thought.
Yeah, it was.
DQ finish kind of bummed me out because I feel like that wasn't necessary.
I liked Brody and Bandito still being together.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something there if they want to.
At least let's progress the
them.
Swerve Okada feud a bit because I'm looking forward to that match a lot.
It does add to that because he just continues to annoy Swerve, I guess, right? So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then we get Ricochet and Gates of Agony. He insists that they insist to be called GOA.
I think that was the main point of this, is to establish these guys are a group and they're being called this now.
Which I always wrote GOA a lot of the time,
too.
but it's like I don't
do.
like saying it.
Goa.
Oh, now I like it. Ricochet says he's been telling people for weeks how good they are, and maybe people are listening now. He brags about their back-to-back victories last week because Ricochet won against AR Fox and then they won the money. Ricochet says they're investing their money back into their quest and says you'll either respect them or fear them. Solid stuff here. Glad they're actually doing a bit to push this group. Seems to be benefiting Goa so far.
Yeah.
Colton getting injured feels poorly timed because I imagine this was their next feud. And we don't have Jay White back yet, so it's not like he can be a replacement for the Bang Bang Gang.
This was a simple, logical step in the progression of this group, right? Like, yes, we're officially a group. We're having a subtle name change. That's all.
Yeah, solid stuff. And Ricochet is still good.
Yeah, he is entertaining.
Which is nuts still. Then we hear from MJF in the ring. He says he doesn't need Lashley to reclaim his title. Calls Hangman a coward for not granting a title shot. He won't cash in. He'll win the title fair and square. Wink, wink, I think.
Yeah, more of this.
Briscoe's music hits, and he comes out. He says, like MJF's kosher pickle, he'll keep this short. And he says he's doing all he can to control himself and not kick MJF's ass right now. He says, bottom line is MJF stole the win at All In, and he wants MJF in the ring next week. MJF says no, then he mocks Briscoe, which is actually a pretty good impression. I was looking down, and for a second, I thought Briscoe was talking. I'm not even joking. He says if Mark was supposed to win the contract, he would have, but he didn't because when the pressure's on, he loses, but that's when MJF wins. He's the most complete professional wrestler in the world today. He says, with all due respect, he thinks Briscoe sucks and is trash like everyone from Chicago. He says he's not an idiot and he knows everyone loves Briscoe. He knows why, because he's funny and entertaining, gives people a warm, fuzzy feeling, but no one actually thinks he's a top guy. He says Marcus, the circus clown that they parade around for cheap laughs, no one actually respects him, but he knows another person from Delaware that people actually respect and looked up to, and he thinks Mark knows who he's talking about. He says, must suck to be Mark and look his family and I knowing nobody will respect him like they respected his brother. This leads to Briscoe storming the ring, but MJF runs away. Claudio's music hits because we're going to the main event.
I feel like these two have really good chemistry.
I agree. Like I think their character contrast is so strong.
Yes, and that people love Briscoe so much and are so open to hating MJF that this was kind of lengthy by MJF, but I'm really hoping they're building like a lengthy, bitter feud here. And I feel like the MJF throwing out the Briscoe not being a top guy line is interesting because I'm starting to wonder if Briscoe could have a title run.
I could see him I don't know if I see him as world champion, but I could see him getting a run with the unified title.
And I
think that's the ceiling, which is not a bad ceiling to have. And I think it's a fair point too, because that is kind of how we've been viewing him. Like I didn't ever think he'd be a top guy, but I like watching him.
I think they need to strike while the iron's hot, because I don't think he'll always be where he's at right now and people loving him the way they are. Like I would, if you're going to do it, I think I think the result of the main event is maybe a sign that they are sort of building him, right?
Which I like that, which I wouldn't have thought to say.
Could he get a win over MJF, do you think? Right? Like it's not,
I don't think
a few
MJF,
months ago I would have been like, of course not. But now I'm like, maybe.
I don't think MJF needs it.
I know.
And Briscoe's also had his time like putting over Fletcher in the Owen Hart tournament, which was awesome. Put over Ricochet in the stretcher match, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I think he's more than proved himself as worthy.
Me too.
He's a really entertaining and sometimes even compelling character.
Yep.
And his in-ring work speaks for itself. So I think he's kind of got all the tools.
And I'm not tired of people invoking his brother so far.
No, because it didn't. Because when Jericho did it, it felt kind of stupid and it was just for a title shot. But like MJF doing it in a different way, and I like that. He's actually like doing it like to put down Briscoe, which I think is a different approach opposed to like putting down the dead relative and then making him mad. But he's like using it to put down Briscoe.
I really enjoyed this interaction.
I agree. I really like in any segment with the two of them. A great segment to keep the feud running. He continues to have to go after Mark with no remorse. I'm not sure what his angle with the contract is. Because, like I said, we've done it before where he pretends to be a babyface and he has him to catch an opportunity in 2022 with Mox. He nested it before ahead of time. Then at Full Gear, remember him and Regal turned heel?
Right.
Right? But we're not retreading that because he's clearly heel against Briscoe here. So it's not like he's like pretending to be virtual.
Oh, he's clearly again, a heel.
Right? So I'm wondering what his angle is with Heyman because there has to be something, unless it's just mind games, right? Like you were saying. Overall, this is good, though. They work so well off of each other, and the character contrast is awesome. And I hope we get a match soon. At least MJF's occupied until he catches in, so we have this, and then whatever's going on with the Syndicate, right?
Right.
I dropped my belt. Then we get Briscoe versus Claudio. It did look cool, Claudio coming from the depths of the venue, because it is a cool-looking venue.
Main event time.
Claudio. I forgot the I there. That's no bueno. Claudio caught a scissor kick attempt, the one where Briscoe comes to the ropes, and then he swings him into the barricade. Darby Allin comes in the crowd to cause a slight distraction for Claudio. Briscoe starts to fight back. Cactus elbow from the apron from Briscoe, then back in the ring a froggy bow for a near fall. Avalanche body slam from Claudio for 2. And the finish comes when Briscoe counters him, wins with a small package. So yeah, Briscoe does actually pick up a win. Shafir attacks him with a chop block after the bell. Mox gets a mic, says Hangman isn't the champion just because he has a belt. They'll make sure nobody gets too comfortable. Hangman walks out, comes to the ring. He says Mox was lying when he said that Hangman didn't want Texas Death. But when Mox says Hangman can't handle the pressure, he thinks Mox believes that, so he'll prove that he can. He says he'll prove it to the Moxley that has carried AEW numerous times in the last few years. He says next week they'll have a rematch, but this time Mox is the challenger and they'll play by Hangman's rules, with everyone banned from ringside and just a regular match. He says he knows Mox will say yes, so he'll see him next week, and he calls him a dumbass.
I even like that he's like, I know you'll say yes, so we don't have to let Mox speak here. But anyways, I thought the match was really good. Very good win for Briscoe. I think he's earned a bit more of the spotlight, like we just talked about. And I do think they need to strike while the iron is hot with him. And Claudio's the perfect opponent, right? He can help Briscoe have a really good match. And taking a loss doesn't really hurt Claudio.
I thought it was solid, but it didn't feel main eventish, other than the fact that it led to the post-match angle.
I quite liked the match, but
I thought it was good, but that was my only thing, was that like it's one of those ones where it's like probably shouldn't be a main event.
Yeah, and then the aftermath sets up a really big main event for next week, and also it looks like this would be the end of Hangman with the Death Riders, which is free Hangman up to do other hopefully exciting things, right? So I'm ready for that. Mox can move on to deal with Darby, so a solid end to the show. It
was nice to see Briscoe actually get a win too. I thought the post-match angle was solid, and it has to mean the definitive end. Like you're saying, Mox's other things lined up with Yuta being teased, Darby looming, and Ospreay probably in the not too far future. And Hangman needs to get on to fresh challengers. I hope we pick someone interesting for Forbidden Door. It could be someone from New Japan, but I don't know if there's anyone I'd want to see other than Sabre. But Sabre seems like he's babyface right now. And I think he just won back his title, so he'd probably be defending against someone from AEW, if anything.
Yeah.
I would love to see Sabre Takeshita.
Yeah,
that'd be really cool.
It would.
But I don't know. Hopefully Hangman has some cool challengers lined up.
Overall, I liked the show. I thought 2 really good matches. The MJF Briscoe stuff was good, but some other things didn't grab my... I went with the B. Very solid show, but not spectacular overall, I thought.
I agree. I thought it was a good show. Could have been better, but I think they did a lot of things good, and we have some good angles in the works, so I think we're rolling strong. I think generally it's been a good year for their television.
It has. They're back to sort of being better than they were.
Really consistent.
Consistently good stuff.
So yeah, this is definitely a B show. It was a good show.
All right, we'll take a break from analysis, get into some trivia in a segment we call Off the Top of His Head. So last week we took a look at some of SummerSlam's worst rated matches. So guess what we're doing this week?
The most mediocre.
No, we're going for the highest rated. So I asked for the 15 highest rated with a brief description. So it seems like they go back and forth between cage match and some Meltzer ratings. So I'll have those for you. Number 15. So I'll give you the year of the event and see if you need anything further. SummerSlam 2016.
SummerSlam 2016 worst?
No, best.
Oh, wait, this is best.
So number 15.
I don't know last thing worst again. Rollins and Balor?
Correct. Inaugural Universal Championship match. They are saying is the 15th best SummerSlam match.
Barricade bomb.
Yes, that's right. And that's what it says, despite Balor's injury mid-match. SummerSlam 2022. Redemption for a 2021 squash, emotional, athletic.
Blair and Lynch.
Correct. Very good.
Yeah, I forgot about it. She got squashed in 2021. That was nuts.
So far, the information I have gotten is correct. That's always nice. SummerSlam 2022 as well.
Lesnar and Roman.
Correct.
The tractor, last man standing.
Oh, sorry. And we had Balor and Rollins was an 8.51 on Cage Match. Belair Lynch was 8.6. Reigns Lesnar 8.7. Next one's Meltzer, so no consistency. SummerSlam 2002.
Angle Mysterio.
Correct. 4.5 stars from Meltzer.
That's crazy. I got that.
Number 11. SummerSlam 1998.
Triple H and Rock.
Correct.
Ladder match.
I was going to say ladder match for the IC title would be your hint. 8.65 on Cage Match.
I do hear that one's a classic.
SummerSlam 2021.
21. Edge and Rollins.
Correct. 8.94. It says storyline culmination, great selling.
I'm so good at
strong
this.
Crowd reaction.
That was the one where Edge did the Brood entrance, I think, for the first time
in
his return run.
I love the Brood entrance. SummerSlam 2013.
Lesnar Punk.
No.
Cena Bryan.
Yes. 4.5 stars. Bryan's coronation match until the swerve. So it says. Number 8, SummerSlam 2002. Wow, that was a loaded card, apparently.
That is one of the best SummerSlams, I hear. What, Lesnar Rock?
No.
Ooh.
Unsanctioned street fight.
Oh, Michael's in Triple H. Okay,
Correct.
I forgot about that one.
9.1 on Cage Match.
That isn't a clean one.
SummerSlam 1991.
Perfect and Brett.
Correct. 5 stars from Meltzer, apparently.
Go figure.
Technical masterclass with heroic performance from Kurt Hennig.
I've never watched a Hennig match, I think.
Oh, you've never watched a Hennig match?
I don't think so.
He's excellent, especially selling-wise.
Mr. Excellent.
He is really, really good. SummerSlam 2016.
Cena Styles.
Yes. 5 stars from Meltzer.
Cena and Styles are great matches. Everyone loves those matches.
SummerSlam 2008.
Jericho.
Hell in a Cell.
Oh, Edge and Taker.
Yes,
I forgot about that
8.78. Number 4, SummerSlam 2013.
Lesnar Punk.
Correct, 9.13.
Beast versus the Best.
SummerSlam 2000, obviously.
Oh, TLC.
Correct, 5 stars, apparently, for Meltzer.
It is a car crash.
SummerSlam 2011, number 2.
Punk Cena.
Correct, 4.5 from Meltzer. So they're clearly not going by their ratings. They're making their own ratings and then saying what other people thought, which is fine. And number 1, would you care to guess?
It's a 92.
It is.
Bulldog Brett.
It is.
Yeah.
In Wembley for the Intercontinental Championship, 9.21 on Cage Match. You pretty much ran the table on that one, I think.
I think I pulled some good ones too.
You did. Very good. You know stuff about wrestling, I guess. We'll switch back to talking about wrestling. We'll talk about Raw. We'll talk about NXT in a little bit of a quicker format. It's Highspots and Restholds. So I watched all of Raw. I know you saw some things, I think, maybe along the way.
I'll know it if you mention it.
And I thought it was further evidence that the women, to me, are by far the most interesting thing in this company right now, or at least on Raw. I can't really speak.
I heard there was a lot of women's stuff, yeah.
So you've got Naomi, Ripley, Io in contention for the main title. And this is, to me, the best, most interesting Naomi has been.
Naomi, I think, is really cool from what
I've seen. So those 3 in contention is great. You've got Vaquer waiting in the wings for that, right?
Absolutely.
In Paris, she's got her match coming up. And then you've got Lyra, Becky Lynch.
Oh, that's true. She does have, I forgot she had a title shot.
Lyra, Becky Lynch, and Bayley circling around the Intercontinental title. So that's pretty star-studded. Even Roxanne, I think, is doing a really good job, right? As somebody new. And obviously Liv is gone, but she's part of this as well. So I think, for me, for someone watching it every week, it's the most interesting stuff is the women's division, and it's been supported by some awesome matches too, right?
Even though they didn't build up the pay-per-view. No.
They didn't, but it came through apparently. We still haven't watched it.
I still haven't that is true.
I think Rhea Ripley got the biggest reaction of anyone this week.
She's huge.
And that's including Roman Reigns was on the show, right?
So, I heard he got like Austin level pop.
So she is a big deal. Women are really interesting.
But they want to position her as a top star, though, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly, because she's been just not so
really
far.
toiling away in the undercard lately.
One thing notable is AJ Styles does continue to show up wherever Dom is. So
I do think it's kind of funny.
At the very beginning of the show, he's the valet. Later on, he's mopping up behind Dom. I think Dom's being interviewed. And then finally, when Dom goes out to the ring in the women's tag match and gets taken out, AJ's there to like do chest compressions. He's like the medical guy for him. So
it's kind of funny.
It ends with Dom eventually attacking AJ from behind, I think with the title. And anyways, he accepts the match against AJ at SummerSlam. So it's basically also Dom kind of admitting he wasn't really hurt, because this was before the medical expert was like, we have to go in before we get our final results. And it was Dom attacking him before they got the results. So AJ's kind of amusing doing this, right? And it allows Dom to be the little weaselly heel that he is so good at.
It works.
And now I'm starting to doubt, is he going to be babyface? Because it felt like for a while he was.
Well, because he got like such a great pop in Mania.
It seemed like maybe, although I think Liv's injury may have derailed a bunch of stuff. So who knows what was going on.
That's probably it.
CM Punk and Gunther had an in-ring segment. Punk, to his credit, does put Gunther over here before saying that, of course, he's going to win because Punk is the best in the world. Gunther comes out to say that he and Punk are similar because they both have massive egos, but only one, Gunther's, is justified and not based on the fans' worthless opinion. So he is the truth teller still.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam, Gunther will push Punk around and Punk will wake up realizing that he'll never be the world champion and he's not the best in the world. So it was quick, simple, straightforward. Both are really good at say what you will about Punk. He can deliver a promo, right?
So it's comfortable.
Yeah, this was fine. Sheamus beat Rusev with the Brogue Kick in about 15 minutes. So Rusev did the same thing. He took the padding off of the little bit connecting the turnbuckle.
The actual turnbuckle.
But it backfired on him this time. Rusev also grabbed the shillelagh, but Sheamus was there for the Brogue Kick and the win. Another like good, hard-hitting match, but kind of similar to the first one. Doesn't really move the needle. And my question is, are we doing like the Sheamus Cesaro best of 7 and then we get the bar?
You mean the Mello Andrade best of 5, best of 7 series?
Right. So
that just like never ends because they want to keep doing it.
Or
is it like,
now.
Are we doing 50-50 booking?
So it's 1-1 now. They're clearly going to have another one, I think. Right. So, and I guess like it's a totally fine mid-card feud and give some like physical matchups, but this is peaking of Rusev, it seems like, which is crazy. Dragon Lee interrupts El Grande Americano interview, setting up a program with them, I think. And El Grande was speaking not English, but I don't know if he was speaking Spanish. I think it was maybe Bartel.
I think it was supposed to be.
Or Kaiser, trying to speak Spanish.
No.
Or Americano, sorry.
Yeah.
Who knows Spanish and is fluent in Spanish.
Yeah.
Bailey is now acting like she's best friends with Lyra again all of a sudden. And she has gotten them a tag title match.
Yeah, I saw that being advertised. I was like, why?
Let's form a team and get a title shot on the same day.
Even though it didn't work out last time. I mean, I guess no one turned on the other person, but it was kind of like,
I guess the question is, can they coexist?
That is the age-old question.
It's a brand new gimmick to give them.
Brand new concept we've come up with.
Lyra seems rightfully suspicious of Bailey's attitude shift.
Our rip-off version is, will they get along?
We are getting that on this episode. So, LWO still exist, and they earn a title match because
LWO still exists.
They defeat New Day and the Creeds in a tag triple threat, which was done the way you like it, where one of each team can be
That's the best way to do it, because then it still feels like a triple threat all the time.
Pretty good 10-minute match, and LWO are really talented and underused, but this just feels like a lazy way of getting a new team in the mix because we don't care about this division and we're not going to write stories.
I mean, I guess this is how you would get a title feud going, but it's like I have no faith they'll put more into it after.
And what did they do to earn being other than existing, to earn a title shot, like to be part of this
one
match?
of 3 teams.
They exist.
They exist.
Niall got involved once since it was no DQ. Americano showed up to attack Dragon Lee, and Joaquin Wilde ended up rolling up Kofi for the win. Nothing wrong with the action in this at all. It was pretty quick, but hard to care about because Tag division.
Tag division.
Broadly gestures at lack of a division.
It could be so much more interesting like the women if they actually tried.
Right. And the women, it's great to see that they're trying with the women because sometimes we feel like AEW doesn't do a great job at that.
It's not that I don't want them to, but it's like you could afford some of that to tag teams.
Right. It's like they put all their creative into one area and there's not enough to go around.
No more. We can't do it anymore.
That's tapped out. Vaquer and Io sort of talk backstage and basically respectfully agree to have a match on this episode, so I'm pretty excited about this. These are two of my favorite wrestlers in WWE, period. But even in the moment, it feels like what are the chances you're getting a finish to this match, right? Like 100%. 0. But you still get to see them wrestle, so that's cool. Great crowd reaction to the announcement of this match because these two, I think Io's as hot as she's ever been. And Vaquer, like, people love Vaquer. Me included.
Well, I mean, partially it's also the devil's kiss.
Which I will mention, was it Cole or other guy, Graves? I don't know which, but they said something about it being creepy that Booker does that. They're like, oh,
that's awesome.
One of them go to thank Booker for invent, and he's like, even if it is creepy or something like that.
That's awesome.
I thought so. Trick gets interviewed by Vic Joseph, and because the Undertaker's appearing on NXT, so they have to promote that.
I hate that so much.
Seeing the TNA champion on Raw is wild. As somebody who's watched both for
I just saw
decades or whatever it is now.
Every allusion to TNA, and one of them was like John Cena mentioning it or like alluding to it, and then there was the one where
what a timeline.
Zayn and Owens were kayfabe like fired or whatever, and then Kurt Angle's like, I hear TNA's hiring. And it's just, it is weird now.
It is really weird,
but like it also sucks for them because like people are like, I'll see people be like, I saw Bischoff saying that TNA with the right TV deal could overtake AEW as number 2. I'm like, no, they're not. Bischoff just hates AEW for some reason. Because didn't he work with them once and then now he just like doesn't? Probably. I forget why. But he just hates AEW for some reason. So of course he would say that. But then I see people defending it. I was like, and I'm like, not when they're getting siphoned off by WWE by the week. But people are like, no, they just drew their biggest show and they're getting big rings because of WWE. Right. But once WWE sucks the life out of them, they're done. Like, it's not going to be good for them long term. Like, we're gonna wonder what will kill TNA. It's gonna be WWE.
And I hear people saying,
WWE stayed away from them.
WWE is just gonna buy them outright, but
that still kills them.
Why wouldn't they have done that before helping them? If they want to buy them while
like
they're
AAA.
Not popular.
Like AAA.
Right. Anyways, back to Raw. The culmination of the greatest storyline, Waller just tells us that,
oh my god, yeah,
because Theory is hurt, he and Waller are done.
That's ridiculous. Like, it's been over, like, it has to be at least a year and a half of building this.
I put almost 2 years, yes.
Almost 2 years of building
and this is how they
start building it, and then this is
the culmination.
Like, the only way they can redeem this is if Theory comes in like guns blazing when he comes back from injury.
Maybe he has.
But like, still, that's the disrespect to like book that is like, and Triple H is catching rightfully a lot of flack for that because like that's crazy.
And so Waller is now able to commit to New Day, even though New Day don't really seem thrilled with the idea.
Like, but yeah, why? And this is the best we have for him. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
And so my comment here was nothing interesting happening with any of the people involved in this, so I really don't care. And months and months and months and months of this teasing and hemming and hawing about the breakup of two guys nobody cares about and who I don't think either of them.
I've seen a lot of people like hoping for a Theory babyface run because he's super talented. I think if they gave him actual stuff to do, Theory, I like Theory. And Waller's entertaining.
I think we kind of know what we've got at this point, maybe.
I disagree. I think he had that stigma because he was the Vince McMahon
Send
pet
him back
project.
to NXT.
Sure, honestly, like, but I think Theory had that stigma being the Vince McMahon chosen one, and then Triple H, I think, hated that, so buried him as U.S. champion.
Cena murdered him too.
Well, that was also Triple H letting him do that, right? But like, yeah, he got buried as U.S. champion, and they never really let him recover from that. They had a tag title run that meant nothing. Like, I think if they actually gave a crap, which I know that's crazy. Like, Theory, I think, could be a lot better.
Didn't I kind of like them when they came back to NXT?
Yeah,
a little bit
because they're good, and I like Theory.
And Waller is super abrasive when he wants to be.
Yeah, I think Theory has a cool moveset.
Yeah. But then we get another Lyra Becky Lynch in-ring segment, and it's going to lead to their SummerSlam match becoming, I guess, no DQ. for lack of a better term, because all their basic stipulations mean no DQ anyway.
No DQ, Extreme Rules, Street Fight, no holds barred, yada, 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 yada.
So Lynch is again in Hulk Hogan colors because she's been sort of leaning into people calling her like the Hogan of women's
I do kind of like that.
I do too.
Kind of funny, and it's odd now.
It is. She promotes Happy Gilmore a little bit. Happy Gilmore 2, I guess it is.
Yeah, it's fun. She's in that, and MJF's in that. Do you see? I don't know did we talk about how WWE wanted a version of the trailer without MJF in it? Mm-hmm. So like, just relax.
She says Lyra's hogging all the title opportunities and is greedy for wanting 2 belts. Which didn't Becky have 2 belts? Isn't she Becky 2 belts? So that was
and I'd argue greedier because she had 2 singles belts.
But as a heel, I kind of like that, right?
Yeah,
like you're funny. Taking all the opportunities, and what do you need 2 belts for?
As if like not like pretty much any singles champion, like I'd say at least half of the singles champions, and since the tag titles got created, have also held the tag titles while being champion.
Right.
Like Asuka did it, Bayley did it, Banks did it, Valkyria did it. I don't know, like it feels like so many people have done that.
Well,
like,
every woman gets the tag belt at some point.
Yeah, right? Like it just feels like something we've done a million times over.
Lyra says they're 1-on-1 in singles matches, suggests if she loses, she can't challenge Becky again, but it has to be... I'm saying no DQ because I'm paraphrasing. I forget what she said.
Some
Becky,
European version. Remember when Sheamus would do the good old-fashioned Donnybrook?
Yes. Becky tries to go for the handshake again, but Lyra is ready and hits a manhandle slam on Lynch, holds the title up high. Again, we've seen a lot of these two together, but I think they're still doing a good job. Feels like SummerSlam is the end of this, I would think, right?
You would think that.
Because it's the SummerSlam or the Mania of the summer.
2-night SummerSlam fatty thing.
So it feels like something's this has to end.
I sure hope so.
We shall see. Judgment Day retained the women's tag team titles, defeating Bayley and Lyra in a pretty good 15-minute match. Becky Lynch pulled Lyra off the apron and sent her into the steps, but Bayley never saw it, and then Bayley had no one to tag in. Bayley hits the Bayley to belly on Roxanne, but Raquel had made a blind tag leading to her hitting the Tejana bomb on Bayley for the win. So yeah, pretty solid match there, but again, I'm not sure why a team that doesn't exist deserves a title shot, but...
Because that's how things work.
They did.
That's what this division is half the time. Let's be real.
Karrion Kross defeated Sami Zayn in about 10 minutes. Sammy's obviously selling the injured midsection from the steel pipe. I think Kross's entrance still looks pretty cool, and there's actually dueling chants for Kross and Sami in this match. Zayn gives Kross an exploder into the corner. Scarlett hands Kross the pipe. Referee's checking on Zayn. Scarlett grabs Zayn's legs, and while the referee is sort of admonishing her, Kross hits Zayn in the ribs with the pipe and wins. Match was fine. It's a Kross match, so it's going to be fine at best, right? And Kross...
At least he's actually getting matches on TV now, though, because they weren't really doing that.
He's bleeding by the end of this, and then he kisses Scarlett, and she has blood on her face, too, which was an interesting... I don't know where the blood came from. I didn't see him get hit, but he was bleeding by the end of it. And I assume we're getting a rematch. They got to fill in that 2-day card, right? So
they have to fill so much.
Right? Wouldn't you feel like we're getting a Sammy gets his revenge?
Although, no, because apparently his contract's up in August, and he still hasn't... According to him and Scarlett, they haven't been approached about a new deal yet. And you know how they don't like when people get over by themselves.
That is true.
So maybe not.
Io and Stephanie Vaquer had a 15-minute match that was shaping up to be really great, but as expected, there was not a finish. We got lots of holds, counters, and pinfall attempts. The match was building really nicely, and then the Secret Hervis come out. Green attacks Vaquer from behind. Sky and Vaquer have to join forces to take care of the heels, and then Naomi attacks from behind. Ripley comes out to even the odds, Riptide on Chelsea Green, and I did note the huge reaction that Rhea Ripley got here. Mm-hmm. Again,
people love her.
Yeah, there's lots of talented women sort of circling around that main title right now. Lots of good stories going on there. The best division in Raw, for sure, for me. Byron Saxton interviews Judgment Day, and I think Balor is awesome talking about...
I love Balor.
He's going on about how all 5 have titles, but they're doing it for Liv, right? And it's clear that he's not being sincere about this, but this is to keep
I saw something that Liv's the curse because now they have all the belts, and when she left, right?
Raquel and Dom, he's got to keep them on side, right? So he's really nailing the tone of this, I think. And obviously it sets up some sort of division when Liv comes back and smartens them up as to what Balor's doing, I assume.
And then we'll have some sort of split. I don't know if it'll be like a full split.
I don't know either. I hated the main segment, or the main event segment, sorry. I think it kind of encapsulates why I shy away from main event stuff and always have preferred like upper mid-card stories. So Reigns just basically big times the other people and makes it feel like Breaker and Bronson Reed are like several tiers below him, which is true, but like
in a sense,
they just shine a light on it,
they're
right?
always going to be there if you keep doing that.
And I just find Roman boring as hell. Lots of bloodline rehashing. And when Braun Breaker finally gets to speak and says a few things, Roman's just like, I didn't even hear what you just said. Maybe your mic wasn't working. Like, just absolutely no-sells it. Goes to toss the mic, Superman punch. Numbers game. Jey Uso comes out to even the odds. And I'm guessing we're getting a tag match for SummerSlam.
Yep.
Gross. I didn't do anything for anyone.
Another Jey Uso tag match I don't want to watch.
Reed and Breaker look weak here. Unless they somehow pick up the win at SummerSlam and pin Jey Uso, I guess. I don't know.
I guess so.
I thought that this was the low point of the show for me. Well, I need you to do me a favor while I start talking NXT. Can you grab the charger for the...
Yeah.
Because I can't leave, so I'll just start talking while you run and grab it quickly for me. So it starts out NXT with Booker T making the botch that we talked about. I asked Jack if he had seen it or heard it. He had. Because it's in Texas, so he is like, shows him coming out through the backstage area and out onto the ramp and gets a really good reaction. And he starts saying, I can't remember if he mentions many specific people, but he completely botches the name of one of NXT's biggest ever signings and probably the future of their women's division. He calls Blake Monroe Monica Monroe. And I think a little later on commentary, his explanation was that Monica Monroe is a wrestler in his company for what's ROW stand for. Jack's not here to tell me. Reality of Wrestling. Got there on my own, I'm pretty sure. And I think it's just like further evidence to me that Booker should not be in this role and should not have this job probably. And then on Raw, this is where I did make note. What did I say here? One of the commentaries referred to the Booker's antics during Vickers' devil kiss, quote, creepy, and I really appreciated that.
Gotta love it.
Sorry, I was just saying you probably heard me, the Monica Monroe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't even know how because it's not even like remotely the same name at all.
Well, he's saying, I think he said that she's a wrestler in Reality of whatever his company.
Oh, still.
Yeah.
Do they look the same? I don't even know. It's not worth.
Look her up.
Is it? Let me see. Monica Monroe wrestler. Why did Monica Monroe drag come up?
Sorry, very professional work there, but we now have power. Then we get the culling. All four of them beat Hank and Tank and Zaruka, so it was a mixed tag match, and it was pretty good. One short lull, I thought. There was some chin locks and things, but then surrounded by lots of fast action. The rest of it. Commentary mentioned Paxley having a doll right near the beginning of the match, and that is because it's Chekhov's doll.
Chekhov's
lights out,
doll. Okay.
And I believe we are to infer that she stabbed Zarya in the eyes with the doll, because when the lights come back on, she pins and Zarya is selling her eyeballs.
But okay.
So you're using, hey man, if you used like the feet of a Barbie doll and jammed it into someone's eyes, probably hurt pretty bad.
Yeah.
I was not prepared to have Zarya and Sol Ruka in matching outfits, which were like short jean shorts and a t-shirt.
I did see that. That
strange.
There's Zaruka.
But it was a fun opener, I will say. Jordan Grace is not allowed in the building for putting her hands on Robert Stone and Stevie Turner last week, but she vows to get her hands on Monica Monroe regardless. So that's the new name we're going with. JC Jane in the ring to cut a heel promo about being champion of NXT and TNA. At one point, notable stuff is she said she did it without any help or support, as Nix and Fallon Henley are standing right beside her. Lash Legend comes out, thinks she deserves a shot because of how dominant she was in the Battle Royal at Evolution. She was also, everybody was embracing like we're in Texas, so she was like in a cowboy hat and a very different outfit from usual as well. Jada Parker out next. She's the future of the women's division, etc. JC Jane tells Henley and Nix to jump Lash and Parker, but they don't want to do it. So Jane, I think she drills Lash with a forearm to start the fight. Baby faces clear the ring. And this isn't nice, but I feel like because the champion has taken a step back, right? We're coming off of what? Vaquer and Julia.
Yeah.
And now we've got JC Jane. So I feel like, and I love Jada Parker, but I feel like the caliber of the champion is down. So the caliber of the challengers is down. But it's also a way to give them some experience in title matches and credibility.
And we're holding time until you can get Monroe or Grace in title matches as well.
So if the fact is JC Jane is a beatable champion, so it creates some situations where you can kind of believe somebody like Parker might have a chance or somebody, right? So maybe it's useful.
It's not like, I guess.
We've bent things into
But isn't that also what the mid-card one's for?
True.
That you can get like...
It does feel more like mid-card. Yeah. And then later, Michelle McCool, of course, has to make an appearance because her husband does. So
yeah, didn't you have that whole spat about her being on LFG?
Yeah. So she tells us, she gives her opinion. I guess she kind of weighs in on which fatal influence will face Lash and which one will face Jada. And then was it Jane that says Henley will face Lash because Henley is so much better than Nix? So I get like...
Because they hate rookies, remember?
I get that, but you're also insulting Jada Parker at the same time, no, right? I guess she doesn't care about that, but...
Yeah.
So Michelle McCool is there to tell us who should face who.
Cause, yeah.
Awesome.
Did
you know Javon Evans writes out his moves and stuff in a notebook, just like I write for this podcast? So he has it.
That is not a.
He's with a notebook. It was not a winning gimmick. So
that reminds me of Apollo Crews seeing the future.
It was multiple segments with the notebook. So he gives Ricky Saints a quick pep talk ahead of
he writes down what he's gonna do in the match, or write down what he did.
He says he's working on new moves and stuff.
That's not horrible, I guess.
But on paper and pen in 2025,
I guess
have him sitting on his phone typing in stuff and just be like, I'm adding to my notes.
Maybe he wants to draw it out, I guess.
But just him sitting with a notebook looked weird.
I do think it's weird, but okay, it's not as horrible as I initially thought. At least I'm kind of it's kind of there.
So pep talk for Saints before his Jasper Troy match, and then later on in the show, Inamura approaches Javon, who's still got the notebook out because he wants advice for Briggs. So somehow, I think what we're learning is if you just have a notebook and look like you're thoughtfully writing things, people come up to you for
and
advice.
Think you're smart.
Right? They just solicit advice from you.
He could have just sat there and wore glasses and get
and reading a book, and then he wouldn't have to write.
No, just not even. It doesn't even have to be open. Just have glasses on, look in the general direction of a book.
Be biting the arms of as he's
just be thumbing a pencil.
So Evans tells him sometimes you can love someone without liking them. This is advice about Briggs. Anyways, Ren Sinclair is nervous about her match because she's going to be facing Monica Monroe. And so Tavion Heights is trying to hype her up. Dempsey's kind of there, not taking part either way. Then Miles Bourne comes up, and he is encouraging, even they're like, hey, you're not in the group. He's like, just because I'm not in the group doesn't mean I can't encourage my friends or whatever. And I think most of the segment was just designed because Lexis King still has the ear protection on and is kicking things.
I did actually see the clip of it from last week when Ava comes in the crowd. Yeah. That was pretty funny.
So this leads to Bourne and King in a segment later. And it led to Bourne saying, you're not deaf, but people wish you were mute or something, which was kind of funny, I guess. So Jasper Troy did beat Ricky Saints. Did you see this? We didn't talk about this.
I saw them go through the ramp or something.
So I didn't
actually see it. I just saw that they had done it.
I think the ramp collapsed before it was supposed to. I think he was supposed to take the black hole slam, if I had to guess, on that part of the ramp and have it collapse. But it basically collapsed as they were because you didn't even see it. And then the audible was Jasper Troy just hit a senton.
I saw that.
Right? So I think that just was rigged to collapse. And it collapsed as they were just walking up. So that was pretty funny. And it was a pretty boring match up until that point. So Saints takes the loss.
I'm surprised they would feed Saints to him.
Count out loss. Tough. Trick is in the ring in a cowboy hat. I said it. It looked weird because it was like slightly off kilter.
He's like
and looked like it was maybe too small.
Black Taker.
He's the man carrying two brands. He has a problem with those guys from LSG and refers to them calling the Undertaker. He starts to put over Taker, and then it's ancient American badass Taker ambles out. And I didn't think the reaction was. I wrote reaction was mid ?
Well, because like, why are we doing this on NXT?
And I feel like the NXT is, I don't know, least likely to care about him. But anyways, he rambles on, complains about Trick's rotten attitude. He refers to his LFG team, and Trick cuts him off and says that none of them or anyone in WWE is a superstar like Trick. Taker tells Trick he's too light in the ass to step to an OG, and then Trick Williams, the champion of TNA, gets
and
to
an
act,
NXT top star,
gets to act very, very afraid, and eventually takes a choke slam from a 62, I believe, year old, and sells it like his spine was shattered.
Yeah, you gotta love it. No one else does this. No other sport or whatever does this.
Taker's mystique is gone, I feel like now, and I was very much bored by this. I don't think the crowd was super into it either, and it made Trick, who's the champion of like TNA, look pretty weak.
I mean, they made TNA champion look weak at Mania too, so
sadly, apparently the ratings pop was good. They were up over 710,000 or something.
Well,
Blake Monroe, FKA Monica Monroe, beat Ren Sinclair in 3 minutes in Monroe's singles debut. She goes to speak after the match when Jordynne Grace runs in and attacks her and ends up taking out a bunch of security. Monroe hits a butterfly DDT to Grace on a chair on the floor. Bully Ray shows up in a segment later and hugs Ren and tells her he's proud of her for like getting squashed by Blake Monroe, which I thought, like, I'm proud of you for having.
Or is he being sarcastic, I guess?
I don't think so. He's going to, because he is Bully Ray and I guess has pull, he's going to get Ava to make another Heights Dempsey match for Heights Freedom again. And Dempsey's just like, okay. Wouldn't Dempsey be like, hell no, we did this and I already won, I'm a heel? And Bully Ray shows up and is like, hey, by the way, I just got you. And
or does he have something up his sleeve?
I don't know.
Guess I don't know.
I thought it was dumb. Ethan Page is in the ring to speak, and he's talking at a podium. He's got clearly a couple flags covered up behind him. Talks about his family coming from Yugoslavia and that he ended up better than everyone in the audience because he was born in Canada, and then uncovers they are in fact Canadian flags. The North American Championship now represents the pure dominance of Canada, of the US and Mexico, and I think he said any other countries in there. Born in Canada, made in America, which makes him the greatest. He tosses the North American title out of the ring and unveils his own custom Canadian flag belt. Goes on to praise Canada and trash America, starts to sing "Oh Canada." And here we go. Santino freaking Marella comes out. This is where we're going.
He's like, well, he's technically Canadian, but he's also not.
Page says Page should be ashamed. Santino raised his family in Canada. He's like, I'm Italian, but I raised my family in Canada.
Okay, so there's your loophole, I guess.
Takes offense to Page's words. Page narrowly escapes a cobra. Listen, I'm all for Page doing this character of like, I'm the Canadian.
I kind of like the Canadian thing as like,
not just because
like
I'm Canadian.
Storm thing.
Yeah, loved it.
I don't think the belt looks the best, but I think it's funny because it feels like the flag is just kind of superimposed on the strap. It's like, because like I saw someone compare this to the American title that MJF did, but that one felt like, because like the plates were different, and that one felt a lot more curated to be an American title. This one feels like they did just slap the plates on a flag, which is fine, but it is what it is.
I agree. I have no interest in Paige Santino. It's happening next week, so at least it's not like
it's not going to be like a major thing you have to worry about.
And the main event is Oba Femi surviving yet another triple threat. Has anyone had more triple threat matches than this guy?
I don't think so, because like this has to be at least his third title defense of that.
So Briggs and Inamura work together at times. Inamura won't hit a splash while Briggs is holding a chair over top of Femi because it's the whole honorable, dishonorable thing. And then he's back to working with Briggs right after that. Briggs steps on the ref's hand to stop an Inamura pinning attempt. And Inamura accidentally runs over Briggs at one point. We get a big power bomb to Femi, but Briggs pulls the ref out and then puts Femi's foot on the rope. So Inamura, I don't know, keeps being surprised by all of this for some reason. Inamura hits his dive.
Oh, was it like Guevara and Rhodes when they're like surprised that they're like fighting in a 4-way match?
Yeah, shockingly, he's tried to help you cheat.
He's tried to win the match.
And he's now trying to cheat himself. This is crazy. So Briggs actually impressively breaks up the pinfall with a moonsault and gets an earfall of his own. And then Briggs and Inamura finally have no choice. They face off. Lariat to Inamura. Femi back in for a pop-up. I think it was an uppercut. And a fall from Grace to Briggs for the win. Briggs takes out Inamura after, and the camera sort of misses it. This is weird because the champion was almost like the afterthought in this. This was way more
because they're about telling that story with
way more
the other two, right?
So it was kind of weird. It was a lot of Femi just like supporting the other two when he's the champion of the company, and he is going to retain his title. But interesting, yes, really leaning into
steady.
telling
Although
that
Briggs
story.
is pretty steady too. So
Yeah. So the match itself wasn't bad at all. It's just interesting. Afterwards, you're like, man, that was really more about the story of the two much lesser guys than the champion in this case. But the action suffered a bit from the storytelling, but the final few minutes I thought were quite good. And then the show ends with Undertaker talking to Javon Evans and being like, what are you going to do next or something? And his advice is to go after the biggest dog in the yard. So notebook Javon Evans. It seems like maybe he's going to be going after Oba Femi.
I do like that. I hope. I mean, I don't think he'll win, but I like
don't either. But
did.
He feels perfect for North American title. But they did
I do think
they did the Page Jaw thing already. So,
but that's why it could be good to revisit.
Guess.
But I also do think he could go up if they really wanted him to.
Yeah. So that is the end of NXT. I don't know, and since SmackDown has yet to happen as we record this, I doubt you have much to say about it.
I actually, believe it or not, have nothing to say about it.
So let's go. You wanted to talk about some of your figures, so why don't you do that now? I'll put in a little break. I'll make a note of what time it is right now, and we'll put in a timestamp for that in a little bit. So go ahead. What do you have? So what's the big? It's San Diego, or it's something?
San Diego is the thing.
I have
to oh, this is gonna be a pain in the nut sack. I'm gonna have to just switch on. I'm gonna do it from my phone because then I can show you easier instead of doing the
That's
thing.
fine.
Because otherwise I'm gonna have to
I won't have time to add any images, so people will have to go and look this up. Where do you go? Do you just
go off Instagram. I look off of there's Ringside. There's Major Pod's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think Alex West Collects has a lot of stuff. Where's it's such a there's so much crap already. It's like I'm getting lost in it. The first thing I wanted to look at, I was pretty excited because I had heard some of the leaks, so I knew about some of it. But there's the new Mania Elites, which there's Rollins from Mania 34, which is, remember the one where he had the blue contacts in?
No.
And he wore the gray ring gear? There was the picture of it, but it's now it's I don't even know. I do have a picture of the Rollins. There's also the one I'm more excited for, I was telling you, is a new Stardust.
Mm-hmm. Of course, like everyone.
Well, yeah. So there's the Rollins prototype. I don't remember where the Stardust is, but there's the render of it. I did see, if I can find it while I'm talking, I did see the actual picture. They had a prototype model of it, and it was beautiful.
Beautiful.
The Stardust figures they did before were good, but I feel like they just reused a Cody Rhodes head sculpt. Okay, never mind, I can't find it. But this one, I feel like they reused, I think, an actual Stardust head because we have a basic Stardust from way back. We do. So it looks like they reused that. They had gray renders of Defining Moments, Ricky Saints, and Ray Phoenix, so they'll be getting figures. Vaquer has a render and a prototype of hers.
Nice.
So that'll be nice. I was showing you the Ultimate Monday Night Wars Rey Mysterio in the purple.
Yeah.
Which you did say it's kind of an ugly gear because it's the Phantom inspired one, but I think the figure's really cool because it has the ripped mask and it has the WCW title. So it looks cool. There's also this Piper's Pit Elite 3-pack, which I don't personally care about, but I honestly think it's really cool because it's got Orndorff, Bob Orton, and Piper, and it's got the whole backdrop and the set and everything. So
that's cool.
I think it's really cool. It's not something I'd ever be interested in, but I do think it's pretty cool. There's another Elite 3-pack of Austin, Brett, and Shamrock from the Mania 13 submission match.
Referee Shamrock
looks pretty good. Brett looks good, and Austin has a cloth vest for the first time, which is cool. They have another Austin from the same match with the bloody head, but that's on ringside because they can't you can't just sell the bloody figures.
Right.
in there. So this is like same match.
Children. Who will think of the children?
Yeah, there's upcoming Creed brothers in American Made. They look pretty good actually.
Oh, Brutus.
I quite enjoy them. There's Defining Moments Cody, and I don't know if I showed you, but they have the updated Winged Eagle belt, and it looks fantastic. Like the new belt looks absolutely killer.
All eagles have wings,
but this belt does, and most belts don't. You know,
maybe not all eagles,
but
vast majority.
Then there's an upcoming Elite Mellow. I'm trying to find the picture because there's so many.
Which I was surprised to hear he was still employed. Actually.
Oh, Mountain Dew LA Knight.
Awesome.
Now I can go with my Bray Wyatt, which I have
holding
here.
a lightsaber.
It's like the colored kendo stick. Oh, here's Mello from Toronto Money in the Bank last year.
Nice.
I like the tights a lot better than the Trunks gear. Our boy Theory.
Our boy. Do not lump me in with you. That's your boy.
Oh,
Theory.
Oba. That looks pretty good. I do think he looks. The head looks pretty nice. There's the closer shot. It looks pretty good.
It looks like Oba.
It does look like Oba. I feel like you need a bit of a beefier torso choice, but it looks good. There's Punk from, I was telling you, it's his attire from Brawl In. So I think that's funny. It's also from Bash in Berlin, which is what they'll use it for, obviously, because not AEW, but it's the same as what he wore at All In, so it's funny. We have Andrade with the speed title, which I think is just hilarious. I'll buy that just for the belt.
I was just going to say you would do that.
Honestly,
100%.
All jokes aside, the sculpt on the belt looks really nice, because I like when the belts have more sculpted detail and not flat detail, because it looks more realistic. There's also EO with her purple trash can.
Nice. Oh, yeah. Actually. The one she likes to moonsault.
You want to see this priest head scan? It looks atrocious. I don't like it.
Doesn't look like him.
It looks real bad. Penta looks awesome.
That was Damian Priest we were looking at.
Yeah, Damian Priest, sorry.
Penta looks great.
Real bad. This Dom looks fantastic as well. I think this Ultimate Dom looks really good.
It does.
Updated AJ, which is cool. He's also got
Lee?
the AJ Styles with the... It's got the one head with his Japan mask, which I think is actually pretty cool.
Nice.
People are always like, where's that from? Where's that from? I think he mostly wears on house shows. There's the... I did mention the Winged Eagle already. There's a new Rollins Ultimate that's coming, which is his gear from the Netflix debut with Punk. It's like that half red, half black. There's also Chelsea coming, but...
Of course.
There's renders for Motor City Machine Guns are getting elites coming, which will be pretty cool.
Nice.
Love me some machine guns. There was just a great render, so I don't have to show it. But there was a Monday Night Wars Elite for Sid Vicious, and I think it's funny because I think based on the screaming head in his duffel bag, it's from that one clip of him where he finds his car smashed and he's like screaming and jumping on it, and it's like really ridiculous. I'm almost positive it's from that.
They should make one with a rubber ankle or whatever.
They should make one from his promo where he's like Nash. No, they should make Nash from the I Have Half a Brain.
Yes.
They should make that. That's so funny. There's Steve Blackman's getting a elite.
I like Steve
and he comes with an alternate head with the head cheese.
Good for him.
He's getting the head cheese head, which I think is pretty funny. There's the SmackDown Scale Ring, which comes with an ultimate Jacob Fatu. He's also got another elite that's got the half red Samoan pattern tights, so that's pretty cool. I do enjoy me some Fatu. There's Legends Ultimate Bray, which is like the old Cult Leader Bray. Again, I remember where the images were before, and now it's just like there's so many things. Let me look at Major Pod, but there's so many things. He has like a cloth shirt. It looks pretty dope. I like that. There's also Ultimate Umaga, which I really like. Umaga, he's Umanga. He's a pretty chunker. There's Umaga. That looks pretty spot on. It looks pretty sick. He's a bit of a chunker, but
he was, so that makes sense.
But the figure looks especially chunky to me. I don't know why, but I think it's really chunky. Now I shall be looking at the AEW figures, which is it? Yes. Yeah, okay. I nailed it. Supreme Osprey, which I'm super excited about because it's like their version of the Ultimates, and those are the ones where you get multiple pants.
Does it come with like sour cream and because it's Supreme?
Okay. And tomatoes and like
and cheese, liquid cheese.
I think the robe and the pants on the default figure are from Revolution against Takeshita, and I think his alternate pants are from the match with Danielson at Dynasty.
If you say so.
That's just me eyeballing it.
How dare they combine outfits? This is a travesty.
No, it's two different outfits.
Okay.
Because remember, you get the alternate pants.
I'll allow it.
I'm not stupid.
Well,
you're ridiculous.
Well,
okay. Jokers, Impractical Jokers. They had Unmatched 12 Juice Robinson, which if I can find it, I'll show you. But like, it looks really good because it's one of those attires where he has like the super airbrush pants, and it looks up. Oh, there it is. Looks really sick.
Nice.
It's obviously super outdated now.
Kind of looks like Joey Ryan,
but...
which makes me nervous.
Yeah. There's a pay-per-view series, Swerve Strickland from Texas Death, which is like the Fiend inspired gear, so he has like the pinstripes. I think that looks really sick. So obviously there's no... I think it would have been cool if he came with a cinder block instead of the pay-per-view chair. I think it would have been cool. We have Unrivaled 18, Mariah May, so she's still getting figures.
Oh, nice. Good for her.
It's one of those ones where I think that it's just like too far in development, so they're going to release anyways.
Yeah.
She's a chase, I think, in the all-white.
Cool.
Which is cool. Then Mark Briscoe, he's also got a chase with, like, I saw a cloth referee shirt, which looked really cool. I don't see the shot right now, but, like, again, it looks pretty sick. There's a lot of ROH figures. Like, I saw Dalton Castle's getting one. Christopher Daniels, like Fallen Angel, I think Cole Cabana, Cardona. Some of them aren't interesting. There's a Outrunners 2-pack, which is coming, which is kind of cool. Also, Athena's getting one. I was like, that's probably the first ROH figure people will care about. There's the render. It looks pretty nice.
Yep.
There's an upcoming John Moxley, which... Based on the green pants, I think it's Death, and based on the head, I think it's Death Rise era. Based on the green pants, I think it's Dynamite Grand Slam against Darby last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me eyeballing it though, so I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but if I'm right, pretty nuts.
Pretty nuts.
Then so it was cool because their booth, the Jazzwares, the AEW booth, it was styled so like they're showing their reveals on like these vintage style TVs, but also makes some of the image qualities bad. Like there's Fletcher, and it's in his bleach blonde era, so it's like pre heel turn Fletcher, and then there's the white Chase, so that's cool. I'd just be glad to get a Fletcher figure at this point. I think.
He deserves them.
There's also Omega in his green tights from the Takeshita match, the first one, if you remember way back. The first Takeshita match.
Well, yeah, but I don't remember what pants Kenny Omega was wearing.
Those ones.
Yeah, okay.
They're inspired by his DDT look, so I thought it was cool. I told you Mordos is getting a figure, Roos is getting a figure, we're getting an updated Statlander.
Love that.
So a lot of cool stuff. WWE is also bringing back their the LJN figures, which I'm like, why?
Just nostalgia.
But Hologram Commander also.
Nice.
Same figures. Then there's other stuff too. There's Ultimate DDP, which looks cool, which I only thought was notable because he comes with an NWO shirt, so I wonder if it's from that one. So you know the one where they try to recruit him, and then he puts on the NWO shirt, and then Diamond Cutters, I think Scott Hall anyways. That. But anyways, there's a lot of stuff. This is only day one, so I should have more to talk about next week.
Oh, nice.
But yeah,
I don't think we've had Figuring It Out 2 weeks in a row.
No, I just like to save it for the most important stuff. And this isn't even everything. This is just the stuff I find interesting. Right?
Nice.
Because if it was everything, it'd be a lot less interesting.
And it's after midnight, and I got to get to bed and get up and drive to another province tomorrow. So I think we'll wrap it up here. This will be the end of episode 262. We hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for taking some time out of your week to listen to us talk about wrestling. Is it SummerSlam next week? No.
Too soon.
It's coming up. But anyways.
I should know.
We'll preview it maybe next week. Maybe it's time to preview it. I don't know.
It's not time to preview it this week, for sure.
But maybe next week. It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
You'll tune in. We might not. But anyways, we'll see you back here next Saturday for episode 263. And until then, everybody, take care.